Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tardis Zone live on this Wednesday evening. And just as we start the live stream, it's like clockwork at this stage. Ted has decided to start crying like a little baby. So Cheryl is going to sort them out now because it's the only way. But BBC again, three now statements. Three people are saying that we're wasting their time. Yeah. There's still people out there saying we're wasting their time. Oh, forget about it. The show is dead. Three statements now. This time, it comes from Matt Stevens, who is one of the executive producers of Doctor Who. We will go. I did a video last night, but we will actually get the article up and we will look at it in more detail. Super John says there is a rumor that Jodie was at a recording radio. She escaped through the back door to avoid a few fans. I wouldn't be surprised. I'll certainly look out for that and see if that's actually, or if that's you messing, it's a good joke. But if it's not, I will actually go and check that out and see if there's any rumor, see if there's anything out there, see if she was at doing a radio interview. Will be interesting. Listen. BBC are on the back foot right now. The fan anger and outrage and heartbreak, it's still there. Still after all this time, it's not going away. And these clowns keep putting out statement after statement after statement. And then you have the clowns in the shill media that BBC have basically said, listen, do us a favour there, will you? And we'll sort you out with exclusives for next year. See, this is what's happening now. All these magazines that are talking positively about how Chris Chibnall's story arc or lack of fits perfectly into canon, they're all being promised exclusives for next year. So when you hear these people come out now, actually quite interesting. Beth from the Time Ladies, when she did our Digital Spy article, apparently someone within Digital Spy was convinced by our article. I would say to that journalist that was convinced you're a clown. Right, go and actually listen to an expert on canon, and it doesn't fit perfectly into canon. If it does, explain to me where Susan fits into all of this. We do know that Susan was the Doctor's granddaughter. So explain where Susan fits into all this, if this fits perfectly into canon. Explain how the Time Lords, dead Time Lords, that were converted into Cybermen, firstly, how the Cybermen were able to convert dead flesh. And second of all, how did they still retain the power of regeneration? Right? If this fits perfectly into canon. Now, there is way, way more. Right? And now I'm seeing YouTubers are actually pointing all of these out. And that's what we need to be doing, to be quite honest. We need to actually smash their argument now. It does not fit perfectly into canon. And it never will. And the fans will not accept it either. Okay, so you can keep spinning. And by the way, again, I just want to point out, because this is how stupid J-bots are, and this is how stupid these YouTubers are that support Jodie Whittaker. When they compare, right, when we were giving about the ratings for Series 11, what they decided to do was pull up Peter Capaldi's numbers, right? Now, this is how they tried to justify that Jodie Whittaker's era was a success. But now that Series 12 numbers are lower than Peter Capaldi's numbers, they're saying now that ratings don't matter. Ratings don't matter. TV habits have changed. Again, I will explain this to you dumb planks again. Explain to me how Call the Midwife, The Bodyguard, Killing Eve, and shows like that were able to maintain an audience over the weeks. 7, 8, 9 million in some cases. Okay, explain that. TV habits have changed. Explain that. TV habits may have changed, but people will still sit in front of a TV, right, and watch a program live if the writing is fantastic. And that's what's happening here. Now, I've got some interesting things to actually show you. So what I'll do is I will start now. I got sent something earlier on. I want to show you. Someone did a graph. And when you see this is stark. So the J-bots apparently support Jodie Whittaker, right? but this is startling what I'm about to show you, because this proves that even the J-bots, especially those ones that are out there that defend this piece of shit, actually don't watch it. Right? So hold on now. We'll try to get this up. I was also sent a video of Kathy Manning saying something during the 50th anniversary episode about a female doctor. I'll watch that later. I won't be able to watch it on this channel now because I will be I'll be copyrighted. But where is this thing now that I was sent? Because this is very interesting. Hold on. Why is he
because he wants the yellow ball.
Right, hold on. Shh, buddy. For a minute. Wait for a minute.
Teddy.
Right, let's have a look. Where is it? Hold on, buddy.
Ted.
Babe, give him his ball then. Just give it to him. I can't listen to him like that. You'll start upsetting people as well. Right, this is 5 rounds rapid. Obviously, I'm going to give them a shout out. So they're the ones that created this graph by looking at the. So the graph shows season by season consolidated ratings according to Wikipedia. A single blue line immediately above orange data tracks moving average. Pink lines track audience retention from the beginning of the season until the end, and the green line tracks the audience retention from the beginning of the doctor's tenure to the end. So they've put this together in a graph, which I'm going to throw up and show you. And this shows you the stark contrast. This actually shows you the failure of Chris Chibnall's era. But you can actually see, so we've got Series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7A, 7B, because it was obviously split. Series 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now, there's 11 and 12. So there you go. That's the woman who fell to earth, right? But look at the steep decline. He's showing you here in the graph. Now, look at, as you can see, they've always gone up and down on New Who, right? But this, look at this. You can see it. It's steep. It's like, you know, you're walking along a bumpy road, and then you come to here, and it's like, wow, down the cliff. It's like these idiots are not even. These idiots are not even actually watching. You know what I mean? They're turning off. They're physically turning off when Doctor Who comes on. So this is gonna. They think by Christmas, right, that we're all gonna calm down. This is not going away. This is not going away. These clowns need to realize that this isn't going away. And I'm going to call them clowns because that's exactly what they are. Right? And here's another clown. Right? So we'll get him up now. Where's this clown? So this is the executive producer of Doctor Who. Right? So he's basically told fans, you know, while they're in charge of the show, they will basically do whatever the hell they want. And we just have to button up and shut up, basically. Right? So this was 20 hours ago, this article. Actually, I want to find the proper article instead of the article that people have actually done on it. There we go. Hold on. Right, I will have to go in and use that. Okay, fair enough. Right, so I'll show you this. But this is the third statement now from someone connected closely to the show. So we had the head of BBC drama. We've already had Chris Chibnall. We've had Stephen Moffat and Gazes come out. And now we've had Matt Stevens come out. They're all coming out in defense lately of this show because they know they're in serious trouble. And instead of actually course correcting and actually admitting that they were wrong. They're going to be the stubborn little idiots that they are, and they're going to kill the show in the process, because if they listen to us now, there's a chance of saving Doctor Who. I firmly believe that they can make it up to this audience if they got rid of Chibnall now, right? But they're obviously going to carry on to Series 13. So nobody, look at, by the time Series 13 and all is over, which I don't think will get much ratings anyway, by the time they get to Series 14, there will be no audience. So they've got a chance to rectify this. And as some YouTubers have pointed out, Chris Chibnall still has a get out of jail card with all of this nonsense. Do you know what I mean? It's the way it's written. There's still a chance for him to course correct here, right? So we'll see what happens Christmas. But no, I don't want breaking news off you. I just want to read you our article. I read them when you put them up anyway, so I don't need to be subscribed, or do we? Maybe I do. Hey, Noel says, a Facebook user. Welcome. I decided to put the Tardis Zone official Facebook page up on the live stream for a change instead of the other group that we normally do. If there's anybody on Facebook that's watching live now, if you have any questions you would like to ask, or if there's anything that has come to your attention that you'd like me to bring up to the audience here, let us know. But so let's get with this bloody article anyway, right? So the gobshites at the BBC look like that they're not going to relent anytime soon, but they are in panic mode. And I have been told behind the scenes there's absolute panic. There's mayhem. There's fingers being pointed, the whole lot. So I'm told. Of course, as I always say on this channel, at this point, it's rumor and speculation. You know, we did get the whole, Chaos and Cardiff thing, right? But people just, some people out there still don't believe it. So, Doctor Who executive producer Matt Stevens defends the show after fan criticism. Doctor Who executive producer Matt Stevens recently defended Series 12 following fan criticism of the show. Outspoken Doctor Who critic Gary of Neurotics declared that Doctor Who died last Sunday, and it doesn't please me to tell you that. Of course, Gary was going to feature in this article because Gary has been the one that has broke the news. It's great to see. There's his video there as well. If you haven't watched that, actually, he uses a lot of that. Oh, there you go. Oh, I'm actually mentioned. Wow, I'm actually mentioned in this article that I'm reading. Brilliant. Right, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm just getting myself together here because I never thought I'd see the day where the Tardis Zone would actually be in a news article. Right. Buchler, what's his second name? I can never say second. I'm just going to say Gary is not the only one who criticised Doctor Who. The Tardis Zone compiled a number of negative fan reviews following the conclusion of Series 12, The Timeless Children episode. Thank you for the shout out, Bounded Comics, and for that I actually will subscribe to you. I feel bad now. Holy, yeah, there you go. Yeah, notifications. Yeah, they give us this. Hold on, guys. I have to do this because that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Right. I think grand. Right. So let's continue with this article. He added, and the conversation around what fans want and what the audience want, all that kind of stuff. You just have to trust yourself as a program, he continued. Oh, hold on. Did this skip? It did. I was wondering what happened there. That's what happens when you subscribe when you're trying to read an article. Right. Oh, I got to thank you for subscribing as well. I feel special now. So there you go. Oh, he's actually put up.
Wow, you are extra ADHD.
I don't care. I'm not chuffed. There, Chris Chibnall. Oh, he put me video up as well. No wonder that video is doing well. I was wondering what the hell was going on with that. Following this criticism, Doctor Who executive producer Matt Stevens spoke with SMH.com to defend the show. Of course you did, you plonk. He stated, I think it sort of cleaves to the basic principle we have and I've had on the show, but I think we all have, is you have a vision for what you want to do while you're on the show, whether you're the doctor, whether you're a producer, whether you're a writer, and you see that vision out. No, you fucking don't, you bleeding idiot, right? You listen to your bloody fan base, right? You listen to the people that buy your bloody products, and when they tell you that you're going down the wrong route, you fucking idiot, you fucking course correct. That's what you do. And I don't care, right, if people in the BBC hate me. And I don't care, Matt Stevens and Chris Chibnall, if you have been offended by videos that I've done recently. I don't give a flying fuck. The two of you should be kicked out on yous our asses. Yous are a disgrace. We will see the vision now. So that's basically 2 fingers to the fans. We're going to do what we want to do. And it doesn't get, and we don't care what kind of reaction we get from the fandom. It's like, fuck you. Right. He added, and the conversation around what fans want and what the audience want, all that kind of stuff. You just have to trust yourself as a program, he continued. You can't really be buffeted by those wins because people will change their minds. Oh my God, you arrogant piece of shit. And there's that abomination. See that? See this fucking thing? This is why I cried during my stream. See this fucking thing here? Dead Time Lord in that, yeah? Can regenerate, no explanation, and has this stupid fucking ridiculous looking Gallifreyan shit over it and a cloak, right? A fucking abomination. See her. See her. Right? She's not getting the blame for any of this, right? I'm sorry, that'll annoy most of yous, right? This is all Chris fucking Chibnall's doing. Right? She's not even the first female doctor anymore. That's the ironic thing about it. That's what makes me laugh. That's why I'm not actually giving out about Jodie Whittaker, because, you know, they made a big deal of her becoming the 13th doctor and the first female doctor. And she's not even that. It's a little black girl that we don't even know her name and never said anything on screen either. Right, let's see what else this gobshite says. According to SMH, in order to make his point, Stevens points to a scene late in the season with companion Graham is confessing his fears to the doctor, as she responds by saying only that she is socially awkward. Now let us see what his defense is on this, because I've put this article up and there's someone that wrote something in the comments, and it actually bloody really angered me. She'd lost her mother. I won't say who the person is, but they lost her mother through cancer. And they saw this scene and they thought it was handled very, very badly. Now, let's see what this idiot says. So, Stevens then explains. Some people go, I just wanted her to say it's going to be all right. And you go, yes, you do want that. But you don't necessarily need that, he adds. It's a moment for the doctor to show she's not human. No, it's not. It's a moment for the doctor to show that she's an uncaring piece of fucking shit. And then the same fucking doctor, because she's written like that, was willing to let an old man, fucking white man, die because she's a fucking coward. That's it, Teddy. That's it. We tell them.
I take it now.
He concluded, we all know the story and stories we're telling, and we will tell that to the best of our ability. You can't get too sidetracked by other stuff, because the truth of any series of anything is that some people will like it and some people won't like it. Well, I just wanted to let you know now that you've lost over 60% of your fucking audience, right? You fucking clown. Right? So, and that's the only universal truth you can take. Yeah, well, take the universal truth. The ratings are down the toilet, you fucking gobshite. You and Chris Chibnall need to get the fuck out of our fucking franchise. Right? Get out of our show and stop ruining it, you bunch of fucking hacks. Now, Stevens' comments may sound familiar. It's the same line that the BBC did play. Yeah, Yeah, the complaints department issued. Do you know why complaints department issued? Because these fucking idiots are reading off the same hint sheet. These same fucking idiots have their heads buried in the sand. These same fucking idiots ruined 57 years of Doctor Who history, and for fucking what? For what? Explain. Someone explain to me. As you can see, me sadness has turned to anger. You can't leave him in there at that hour of the night.
I know.
Just saying.
I'm gonna stop.
Okay. But seriously, these people are clueless. Well, listen, this is all good news, because the fact that gobshite has come out as well, and yes, he is a gobshite, just like Chris Chibnall's a dickhead, and you know what? I'm not. That's exactly what they are. And you know what? BBC themselves ought to be ashamed of themselves for allowing this to happen. Right, let's have a look at this, see if we can find out about Jodie Whittaker doing a radio interview today. Jodie Whittaker radio interview. If she did do a radio interview, do you know what it is? It's a radio interview to kind of come out and say that fans don't know what they're talking about. Wait till you see, it'll be something along the lines of that. Right, nothing's come up for it now. But it'll probably be BBC Radio 6. So I'll keep an eye on that, just to see. Look, I'm sorry. Right, I'm going to say this now, right? And I'm not being smart when I say this, but I don't want any more talk about a female doctor on this channel. I do not support a female doctor in any shape or form. I never have, right? The only reason why I say I would rather a different actress take the role is because we got Jodie Whittaker. But I still believe that it's a male role, and I'm going to continue to believe that. So you're not going to hear me say, it's not going to come out of my mouth anymore that, well, if Joe was to play the doctor, I'd be happy with that because it's not Jodie Whittaker. No, I wouldn't. I won't be happy until the doctor goes back to a male, right? It's as simple as that. So I don't want any more talk about any female who you think would play the doctor, because to be quite honest with you, I'm not interested, number one. And number two, it's not what this channel does not endorse a female doctor. It's a male role like James Bond. And if people can't deal with that, well, then they can kiss me ass. Seriously, I'm done. I'm done referring to Jodie Whittaker as the doctor as well. I don't want anybody to refer her on this channel as the doctor either. And you don't refer that abomination series 11 and 12 as Doctor Who either. I don't want to hear that either. Right, listen, we're going to be doing other stuff on this channel, right? But we're going to be reviewing, as you know, we're going to go back to New Who at the start, the beginning, and we're going to review them like we did every week with Series 12, right? But I'm done. I'm done talking about Whittaker's era now on this channel. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I will talk about the gobshites at the BBC because they keep digging a hole for themselves. But as far as her acting goes, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear any more about Jodie Whittaker on this channel. I can't stand the woman. I never have stood the woman, and I never will, right? And as far as I'm concerned, the Doctor is a male role, and people can call me out a sexist all you fucking want. I don't care. It was 57 years. Well, it was 50. What was it? 50 after the we got Peter Capaldi then, so 50. What 5? 50? No, 54 years, because she's 3 years altogether if you count her casting. So we've had 56 years. No, I've gone again. 54 years or whatever it is, right? Right, of male doctors, right? And he's only doing this because he wants to get rid of it, that. He just doesn't want men to be the fucking thing, right? And I'm not down with that, right? I never will be either, right? That's it. Just talk about 1963 to 2017. And that's exactly what I'm going to do on this channel. We'll be doing, and by the way, there is other new sci-fi shows coming back. I will be reviewing the Orville on this channel when it comes back. I will be reviewing, I'll probably do, I don't know yet, because I might still continue to do it on Rabbi's channel if he'll have me. But if I might review Picard Series 2 on this channel as well. We were looking at heel versus Babyface's video about, we were watching these Batwoman once, for hilarious. And then Cheryl said, would you not give the first episode a go and then maybe review it? It's that bad though. When I was watching the clip, oh man, I'd lose my shit if I reviewed that. You think the rest of them are bad? I will be reviewing Lost in Space as well, because I watched that myself. So, do you know what? I might actually review Series 1 and then do Series 2 and then get ready for Series 3. But we're going to be reviewing Classic Who, right? We're going to remember the good times on this channel, right? And we're going to review New Who as well, right? We're going to do a lot of things. I'm going to review other stuff. I'm not rebranding my channel's name either. It's staying the Tardis on because, as some people said out there, I like the name. And a lot of people have said that to me. Don't change the name. We like the name. It's staying. But I refuse to talk about that era anymore or any individual episodes or what happened in them. I don't care anymore. My focus is to get Chris Chibnall out, right? Now, any dumb article that they do bring out defending this pile of crap, I will be highlighting that. This is what this channel is going to be doing. And also, I'd ask you guys as well. You have probably seen recently, and now that I know that my videos are actually catching the eye of some people, this will be a brilliant idea. If some of you could do me a favor and write me a short little message, right? They'll do them in paragraphs, because if you give me a big long message, I'll have to break it up. And I want to put it in video form, right? But I want you to tell me why Doctor Who means so much to you, right? We've seen so many heartbreaking stories out there. People have been sharing their stories of why they're emotionally connected to Doctor Who, why the show means so much to them, right? So that's what I want you guys to do for me. I want you to let me know what your fondest memory is of Doctor Who first. Second of all, why it resonates with you, why this show means so much to you. And if you have a story, you know, if you have an emotional story, if you have a story like me or Gary, me and Gary have openly talked about our struggles and how Doctor Who helped us through our struggles. If any of you were going through that and you came across Doctor Who, they're the kind of stories that I want to hear. So what I'll do is I'm going to put up a post on the community section of YouTube, right? And what I want you to do is I want you to write me a little message and let me know, as I said, what Doctor Who means to you. And I want to put it up on video form. Now listen to me, right? If you don't want your name, included, let me know, right? But because you're only telling people how Doctor Who means to you, personally speaking, I don't think there's any need for you to hide your names. But if you do want me to hide your names and you'd like to put another name, say, hi, my name is, just make up a name and then write your little story, right? And remember to leave gaps in the paragraphs. So if I have to actually screenshot it, which I do, if I screenshot it, right, make sure that it's not too long either, I will say, right? Don't make it too long either, because I have to screenshot them, cut them down, put them into video form and put them up. But that's what I want you to do for me, guys. And Please do it, because I'll tell you why. These are the kind of messages we have to show the BBC what they've done, right? That's why you seen it. Gary did his video yesterday. I have to say, do you know what? It's the first time I've been able to sit down and listen to my own live stream from that night. Gary put in the part where I start breaking down and getting emotional, right? I haven't been able to what. This is what he did to me. This is what Chris Chibnall did to me. He took something away that I've cherished, something that I absolutely adore. And he has basically put his hand through my chest, ripped out my heart, threw it on the ground, and stood all over it. And I know there's some fans out there that don't get that. And as I said, you will never get it, because the thing about it is most of you are new into the fandom that support this era. Not all of you, but some of you, right? What's happened is, because I've been supporting Doctor Who for so long, because most of me subscribers have, we get emotionally attached to some of these characters, right? So when we see the show and the characters being destroyed, of course we're going to get emotional. Of course we're going to get upset. And you can see it. It's a vast difference already on Twitter. Twitter is a safer place all of a sudden, because most of the J-bots are gone. Some of them will stick around. And fair play to them, I will say, they still stick around to fight that corner. Grand. But the most of them, the rest that I've even had arguments with, are gone. Their Twitter accounts are no longer active because they've decided they won't be back now till Christmas. Right? So they don't care. They only come back. And they don't even watch the show. They probably watch all the trailers and that's it. But seriously, do that for me, guys, right? I'm going to go in now. I'm writing it right now. Right, so on the community post, I'm just going to write, tell me your favorite memories or stories involving Doctor Who. And please do, as many of you as you can, go in. It's going up onto the community post now on YouTube. There's a community section, right? Oh, yeah, and Cheryl is actually in the chat now. So whatever she says goes, yeah? That's the wife. So you all listen to the wife. Right, I'm going to do something, because I've been gone for 33 minutes and I forgot to give you all a bloody shout out, didn't I? As I always do. So I'm gonna Garrett Morgan's here, Charlotte is here, Stephen Griffiths. We've got a Facebook user. I don't know who that is. Whoever there is, if you could drop your name in, because it only comes up as a Facebook user. But I'll say hello to the fake Facebook user. We got Stephen Cassidy as well. Stuart Bowers, Colin P. Smith. We got another Facebook user. I don't know if it's the same one. The Cockmeister is here. Jesus Christ, I love that name every time. Lee is here as well. Welcome, Lee. David Travels Through Time is here as well. And look, I know some of you will probably be listening to this stream later on and probably say, who the hell does he think he is telling everybody not to talk about blah, 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 blah. But that's just where I am right now. I just don't want to. Do you know what? It's not even Jodie's fault, but I just don't want to talk about our era anymore. Look, you know, we have to start the process of just get away. It's going to be a long time. Daniel is here. Welcome, Daniel. I hope you're doing all right, pal. And he has if I'm correct in saying, I haven't watched it yet, but he does have a wrestling stream. I think he did with Sean with the Nerdaholics. So you all know Daniel on this channel. If you haven't subscribed to Daniel, Daniel also does a bit of Big Finish as well, if you're into Big Finish. We got CJ Campbell here as well. Crystal is here. Welcome, Crystal. Lone Wolf is here. Ben, welcome, Ben. There's a couple of Facebook users, so I don't know if you are all different people. If you are, welcome. If you want to drop your names in, I will give you a shout out. We've got Gary is here. Gar 535. Hello, zoners. I love the way he actually says that. Hello, zoners. And yeah, I am a little bit hyper tonight because I've had like a large coffee, hazelnut latte, and I'm actually drinking a can of Monster here. So yeah, I'm a little bit hyper. But seriously, I'm done. I'm done talking about Chris Chibnall, the dickhead. I'm sick of talking about her. Look, I don't care what interview she's done. I will listen to it if it comes out because I'll be interested to hear what bullshit comes out of her mouth. I hope it's to say that she's gone Christmas because I still think there's a chance that she can go because I think they'll make Jodie the scapegoat. And then think about it logically. Chris Chibnall can still carry on with the timeless children nonsense because then all he has to do is just bring Ruth back full time. And then you've got your next Doctor. Stephen Griffiths and Stephen Cassidy are here. Sorry, just in case I didn't, because I don't know which Stephen I mentioned, so I'll mention both of these just in case. Who else have we got? As I said, a couple of Facebook users as well. If you want to put your name and I'll give you a shout out. Oh, and Chris is here as well. I'm more of a zoned outer at the moment. Have my toes at Gary's as well. It's all right, Chris. We have Cheryl here. So Cheryl will keep an eye until you're ready. Tell Gary I said hello, by the way, and tell him I'll watch his stream later on. If he's on later on, sure, I'll probably see it in the bloody chat. But tell him I said hello anyway. I prefer Red Bull. Yeah, I love Red Bull, Daniel, but I drink too much of it, you see. That's the problem. That's why I won't drink it now. Remember the big, large cans of Red Bull you used to get? Yeah, I used to drink them as well. No. Cool, Chris. Whatever suits you, fine, mate. Marty is here as well, and he has demanded Drunk Cheryl. Well, Drunk Cheryl is in a lot of pain at the moment with her back, so that would not be a good idea because Drunk Cheryl will probably fall off the bed, and Drunk Cheryl will probably end up in hospital. I heard she was gone for another job in a film, and I think, but can't find the article. It's not about Jodie Whittaker in this interview or something. Sorry.
I know Joe Martin found an article saying she's not the next Doctor.
Oh.
She has her.
Oh, she has another job. Oh, you're talking about Joe Martin. Okay, yeah. Now I get it. All right.
Painkiller Drunk Cheryl.
No, you don't want to see Painkiller Drunk Cheryl. Trust me, if there's a Painkiller Drunk Cheryl, no leaves the room. Just watching the interview about diverse vegan wombles. The wombles have gone vegan and fuck off. Shoot me now. Give me the fucking gun, man. I'll shoot the both of us, man. Put your head up against mine. Bang! One bullet. What the hell's going on with this world? Drunk Noel is actually not bad, but Drunk Noel can get very controversial, so I don't think you would want to see that because I call everybody out.
No, Drunk Noel.
Sober Noel calls everybody out. So can you imagine what Drunk Noel's like?
Oh, we remember Drunk Noel. The whiskey Noel.
Oh, the whiskey Noel was fine. Whiskey Noel's fine. Drunk Noel's a different story. By the way, why is there a small bottle of vodka in the bathroom? I knew there was something I had to ask you. Is that for your finger? The alcohol for your fingers? Is that what you're using?
No,
Seriously, right? Last night I noticed when I got out of the shower, right? Listen to this, right? So I got out of the shower last night and I was like, yeah. I said, and I was looking for some, that's what it was. It was earbuds. I was looking for some earbuds, right? And I looked over the other side, and next of all, I just see this bottle and I pick it up. And there I see Smirnoff vodka, right? And there's some gone out, and I'm saying, what the fuck is she drinking in the blade? What the hell is it for? Go on, explain yourself. Yeah.
Because I made my own body spray, and the base in it is alcohol. So if you use vodka, it retains the scent longer because vodka doesn't have that scent. So it's vodka, water, and then perfume. So it's all diluted down. So it's more of a body spray as opposed to hardcore.
Oh my God. So she uses it for perfume. Get away. I've heard it all now. She's a fucking
I can
alcoholic.
only do my vodka in a martini or
Don't mind her. She's an alcoholic.
I am not an alcoholic.
No, she's not an alcoholic. Actually, I better stress that she's not an alcoholic just in case. Yeah. No, what she does is use. She's right. See, perfume has alcohol in it. So she uses the vodka because vodka doesn't really have a smell. And then she dilutes it with water and then she adds in the perfume. She has a concentrated perfume thing. She puts it in, shakes the bottle up, and then she has her perfume apparently. Yes. I don't buy that story personally. I think my wife is a secret alcoholic. But like we'll just run with that one, won't we? I'm not in denial. And I'm definitely angry, but I'm not in denial. I know what he's done. Nobody's in denial about what he's done. He's a dickhead. And by the way, if you haven't watched my video, the video that I said it wasn't worth taking the risk, but after doing a bit more research, I found out that the song is actually on YouTube and is actually a joke song. So that was brilliant. So if you haven't seen me dickhead video, I call it Chibi's the Clown, is it? Mm-hmm. Do I call it Chibi's the Clown? Yeah. Chibi the Clown. I wanted to get more views. So if you haven't seen Chibi the Clown, go and watch it. Because I know that me doctor's video made a lot of everybody cry, but this one will make you laugh. Oh, and by the way, if you're eating or drinking that, definitely don't do it while you're watching this video. It's a good song. Check it out. The lyrics fitting perfectly. Yeah. I feel like singing it now. Yeah. So it's called Chibi the Clown. Go and check it out. It's a good video. I'll leave a comment if you want to. I know some have been brave enough to leave a comment, but you know what? YouTube is fine with it. So we're all good. And I left the link in the description because you know the way some people are dumb nowadays, and you have to actually like explain to people that you don't literally mean what the song says. So I had to explain that to some people. And there you go. Chris has put it in. See, this is why I love Chris. And Garrett just put, the Chibi the Clown video was epic. I have to say, putting it together, right? I was sitting here, right? And I got all the clips, all the photos and all I wanted to use. I know, yeah. And then I was like, because this was before I even picked the music, and I was like, oh, I have to think of a song, right? And I was going to use Witch Doctor again. And I said, no, that's not going to work. I need something personal. So then I remember I used that song before against some dickhead in the Man United fandom that decided to take me on. So I did a whole song and a video on him years ago. And I used that song. So I went hunting for it, found the song, and I said, fuck it, that's the song. So that's how that came about. And I have to say, I couldn't stop laughing. I'm even laughing at my own video. Like, that's how funny I thought. Oh, it's brilliant. It is. Because your man that's singing the song is brilliant. I mean, there's If You Were on Fire. What was it? If you're on fire, I wouldn't give you the steam off me piss. You're a dickhead. No, what's it? You're a dickhead. Everybody knows it, except you. You're a dickhead. A fucking dickhead.
Focus.
Everybody knows it.
Focus, you're upsetting Ted.
Hey, Noel. 5 rounds rapids here. The guy who made the graph. Thanks for highlighting it. I really like your vids. Thank you, Nathan. Brilliant, mate. I have to say, fair play to you, man. That must have took some work, but again, as I said to everybody at the start of the stream, actually, if you haven't seen it, I'll put it up again. It does make for stark reading, folks. Sorry about Ted. I don't know what's wrong with Ted, but Ted just like lately is just yeah. I was gonna, isn't it? So it's like, I don't know. What's wrong with you, buddy? Like, is Jodie Whittaker really annoyed you that much? Or Chris Chibnall? What was I looking for?
If they feel bad that Ted's crying. And where did you get that monster?
Where I get every other kind of monster.
You had one yesterday.
It doesn't matter. I got you a Dr. Pepper. Why do you think I got you the Dr. Pepper?
Now I know.
It's because I was like, if I don't get the Dr. Pepper, you know, she's gonna be like, what are you doing? See, Cheryl, me and Cheryl having a bit of an agreement that I won't drink too many coffees or monsters, and I kind of broke that. Right, just to show you his graft again, because this is brilliant work, man. I have to say the effort that's gone into this. So if you're only joining late, this actually this shows you basically every series of New Who. So the graph shows season by season consolidated ratings according to Wikipedia. The single blue line immediately above orange data tracks moving average. And then the pink lines track audience retention from the beginning of the season until the end. And the green lines track audience retention from the beginning of the Doctor's tenure to the end. So there's the green lines. So as you can see, right, the green lines there. So the audience retention there, it's down. It's not great, I have to say, for Series 1. And it does reflect in the ratings as well. But there you go there, right? So this is David Tennant's run. So as you can see, it jumped up. So the audience actually got bigger, right? And then, of course, then we start off with Matt Smith's. And he did start off strongly, but he kind of leveled out a bit. And then this is where it starts to go wrong, unfortunately. Peter Capaldi, he's starting to go down. But do you notice, though, how much the decline is slow, though? There's still people watching, but you know what I mean? It's a steady decline. And then we get to Jodie Whittaker's era. And this is startling. So it starts off here because it did get the high from, and this is why I wish nobody had watched The Woman Who Fell to Earth, because this is the only thing that's keeping this afloat, right? So there it goes. It starts off there in a high, right? Because it was high, and then it just goes. Now the pink lines track the audience retention. So as you can see, the pink line is here. Again, it's same kind of trend for Christopher Eccleston. So it's kind of nearly the same. But there you go. You can see David Tennant. He drops a little tiny bit here, but then there's a little spike up here. And then season 4, which in my personal opinion, is my favorite series of his, does shoot up. The audience, it keeps more. I think the audience stays until the end. Actually, they gain more audience as well. And then Matt Smith, his audience retention actually went down. And it looks like but again, they start off high. That one was the steep one. But look at Jodie Whittaker. Even Peter Capaldi, it's not that much of a, the pink audience retention. It's not bad. It's not bad, except for his last series. But look at Series 11. Wow. Yeah, you can't keep that audience. And then Series 12. Wow. It's over. Fair play to you. That's a bloody deadly graph, man. Have to say. Brilliant. That should be plastered everywhere. Brilliant work. This is why I love YouTubers, man. But no, look, it is astonishing. You're right. And I know you didn't do it to be, as you said, melodramatic, but you're right. You had to show it. See, you can't pussyfoot around these things. Right? If you're going to do it, you might as well do it properly so nobody can call you out. And you did. So now my chat has frozen. So the screen's going to go blank, but don't panic. I'll be back. Right, I'm back. I have to talk to StreamYard because we're actually paying for this and it shouldn't be going on behaving the way it's behaving. We got a couple of new people in the chat, so I'll just give them so we have Nathan, who obviously did that graph just there. Richard Martin is also in the chat. And we've got another Facebook user. If you want to tell me who you are, as the Facebook user, drop your name, clean your catch. I do that every time, Sharon. Jesus, woman. Gary, I'll send you that graph. You on. I can send you that graph now on. Well, it doesn't matter. I have it here handy. But all right, fair enough. Okay, Leah, let's just sort it out ourselves, right? So, as I said, BBC, the third time now that someone has had to come out, and people out there are saying, "Oh, you're wasting your time." No, you're not. No, you're not. Why do you think even Gary is encouraging people to continue email? Because it's not a waste of time. Who else can they roll out now? Who's the other executive producer along with Chibnall and him? There's one more other person, isn't there? So they probably roll that person out as well. Listen, they're they're singing off the same hymn sheet. Go and look at the shields. You know, the ones that claim to be fans, but they're only fans because they get perks off the BBC. You know, go and look at them, right? Their YouTube channels, their Twitter accounts, their Instagram, whatever, and they're all singing from the same hymn sheet. Piers Wenger's already come out and said something. Nikki Wilson's not the executive producer as well, is she? Of this? No way, isn't she? Couldn't be. I know who Nikki Wilson is as well. Someone's saying I froze. No, I'm still here.
He might be behind a couple minutes when he did.
No way. Are you serious? Right. Well, okay. I'll take your word for it. She'll be the next one to be rolled out. And then when that doesn't work, then maybe then they'll start taking its audience seriously. But I better. It's not going to have an audience to keep. I can't believe she's actually part of this. That actually annoys me now. Because I think she had her hand in Torchwood. Oh, that's why. Yeah. Chibnall and her would have worked on Torchwood. Damn. Yeah. Right, but as I said, keep those emails. Sorry about Teddy. He's just being a little baby right now. Yeah, I might as well pick him up and see if he can calm down. Come here, buddy. Now, buddy. Right, but okay, calm down. Jesus Christ, dog. What ya? What ya? What ya? What ya? What ya? Do you want to say hello to everybody? Say hello. Say hello to everybody. Say hello. Say hello. Oh no, don't start. Seriously.
Sir Ted, I will not have it. Get in bed. I'm very cross. Get on the bed. Go to your bed.
What's this? Would you mind setting that
You
up?
don't worry about that, sweetheart.
What's going on?
You don't worry about that. That's technical stuff.
Okay.
You let the grown-ups deal with that.
Okay. Let the grown-ups deal with that. What are you trying to say?
Chris is asking if I'll set it up for you when you go to bed, and I'm thinking to myself, like, you mean like when I wake up in the morning?
Oh, yeah. What was I talking about? I lost my train of thought there. What was I talking about?
I was listening to Ted.
All right. So, like, Cheryl wasn't paying attention. No, I've loved your videos you have been putting out. Thanks very much. In the shower. In the shower?
No, that's what he says.
Do you know what? Noel's being woman-splained. Yes, Colin, I have. And you know what? See me, I didn't make a big deal out about someone woman-splaining to me. Like, she'd make a big deal out if I mansplained her.
Mansplaining!
See, that didn't even
Mansplaining!
See, that didn't even become a term until these idiots got their hands on it. Idiots.
Mansplaining, gaslighter.
Oh, yeah. Now I knew what I was doing. I was sending Gary that graph.
He already has it.
Oh, we already had it.
We've already discussed that. You moved on. Pay attention to what you're doing.
Right. Oh, yeah. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to put this banner across the screen. So don't forget to send the BBC in with complaints. That's what I was saying. All those BBC shills and YouTubers and Twitter account holders like the Time Ladies and all those other little shill dickheads. Yeah, go and look at all their accounts. Right, they're all plugging the same line. It's the same feckin' line come out in Matt's mouth, Chris Chibnall's, Piers Wenger, everything. Right, it's the same with the emails. It's the same response because they can't. Now, listen, I was actually told, and I've seen this on a couple of streams, and it actually does sound like a good idea. But apparently, if you write a letter instead, right, instead of sending the emails like you've been doing, but I'd still encourage you to keep sending those emails. But some people have said, why don't you write a letter to them? Because a letter takes up more resources, and they will actually answer a private letter. They won't ignore your letter. It's harder to ignore a letter. You tell them in the letter that you want a response, and they will have to give you a response, right? So apparently that'll use up more resources, right? So we want to screw with the BBC as much as we want. So I would encourage you also not only to send in your emails, but if you could send a letter to the BBC, explain the hypocrisy, right? Explain the reverse racism within Doctor Who. Explain how you feel about 57 years of canon being destroyed, right? Write them a letter. Letter is harder for them to ignore, but I'd still encourage you because you are making a difference. This is the third person that is currently part of this era, right? Because Piers Wenger is Chibnall's boss, but he has still had to come out and defend Chibnall and his writing staff. Then Chibnall himself came out and defended what he's done, and now Matt Stevens has also come out. So for people out there that are telling people, "Oh, you're wasting your time," shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. It's your negativity that's actually not going to get us anywhere. And I'm sick of this negativity all the time from certain people out there in the fandom, right? If you don't want to do anything about it, right, well then stop being a miserable bastard and stop stopping the rest of us from doing something and encouraging people not to do that. No, you're wasting your time. It's the BBC. I'm sorry, but that argument doesn't hold up anymore. The BBC have replied 3 times to the fucking fans now. So keep it up. And you gobshites, get up off these arses and actually do something. Instead of moaning about how bad, Chris Chibnall's a strict 57 years it is, right? Instead of whinging and bitching on Facebook, right? Why don't you actually do something about it, right? And write a letter, like I said, do an email. Because I know there's a lot of you out there that haven't. Because the people that have sent me their emails, right? They've sent me the responses they've gotten off the BBC. And I know there's a lot still in this fandom that haven't bothered their arse, right? And then they come on streams and start moaning to, but I hate it when you're... Well, you're not doing nothing about it, so shut your fucking mouth. And that's the way I'm going to be from now on. I'm going to be that militant. I'm going to be the way I was when this channel first came on air, right? I'm going to be as militant as I was. I'm going to call out all those shills like I used to. I'm going back to the way I used to be on my channel.
Okay.
This channel now for the next till the Christmas special at least is going to be doing everything to highlight the nastiness, the propaganda, all the spin that's going on from the BBC. That's what I'm going to be concentrating on, and then we'll do our reviews as well. I'm trying to move that fucking chair. Sit on the chair, Teddy. Come on, sit beside Daddy. You always do when I'm streaming. I don't know what's wrong with you today. And by the way, BritBox again, right? Look at you SJWs that are in the fandom, right? And that are offended by so-called yellow face crap, right? Right? Listen, right? I'm going to say it is out straight. Right? God say it is out straight. Whenever you have stuck up his asses, take them out. Right? And get a life. Yeah? Why should we start cancelling and start banning TV shows because some little snowflake today is offended? If you don't like the scene in Fawlty Towers where fucking John Cleese does the Hitler walk and you don't think that's funny, well then you don't have a sense of humor, number one. Number two, you need to get a life, right? Second of all, right, Doctor Who has done a story which has always had a little bit of controversy around it, right? Now, it's only had controversy these last few years because obviously society has changed and there's so many snowflakes with sticks up their asses or something because they don't have a sense of humor. Right? So, I mean, BBC, apparently, I don't know if BritBox, apparently what happened was they forgot to put up a warning. Right? So then people start, but here's the thing, right? If people complained, right? People say, people complain, you don't have proof. I always screenshot, right, complaints, and I wrote people's names out. That's what the BBC could do, right? So, seriously, man. If you got so many complaints about this story, show us the complaints. Cross out people's names, cover them up, and show us. It's bullshit, right? It's bullshit. It's another way of attacking Classic Who. Oh, look, they're racist now. Not only did they have white men in the role for years, but they're racist bastards as well. Fuck off. Seriously, that's not, you just fuck off. You're ruining it for everybody else. Do you know what? If you just want to live that existence, right, and you just want to go around and preaching to everybody what you identify with and who you have sex with, well, then I suggest that you all get a fucking island somewhere and fucking move on that island, yeah, and leave the rest of us a fucking alone. right? And while you're at it, bring your woke directors and your woke writers with you, and then you can fucking have as much of that shit you want on your own fucking island and leave the rest of us alone, because that's all you are doing. You are a bunch of miserable bastards, and because you are miserable and you have no lives, you want to ruin everything for everybody else, because you are just a bunch of fucking party poopers. That's what you are, a bunch of fucking idiots that have no lives, that basically, fucking live to ruin everybody else's fucking fun, right? No time for people like that. You know what? You are a waste of fucking air. Imagine the BBC, imagine the two showrunner, the executive producer and the showrunner coming out and telling fans, well, we'll write what we want to write, and if you don't like it, basically fucking lump it. Seriously. Now, I know that's been going on a lot lately, right? It's not just Doctor Who. But listen, as I said last night, no disrespect to Star Wars fans, and no disrespect to Star Wars fans or Star Trek fans. I'm sorry, right? I am a Trekkie as well myself. So Trekkie to Star Trek to me, yeah, Discovery is an abomination. But that franchise can easily be saved. All they need is one good hit show, and then the audience is back. Same with Star Wars. Maybe in a few years' time, they might do a movie, or Mandalorian might keep getting better, and then fans will get behind that. But Doctor Who's been ruined. That's the difference. Chris Chibnall has trumped them all, right? Because he's managed to do what the rest of them haven't done, right? He's managed to destroy the franchise without he's destroyed it. It's not coming back. It's not coming back the way it was. To be honest with you, I find I'm actually I'm struggling here. I find it very hard for it to get back. As I said, if they were to get the right, if they were to get rid of him now, there's a possibility. But still, even at that, I think it is. I think it's broke. It's broken. It was mortally wounded during Series 11. Said it. Series 12. Then he just totally. One episode, right? Think about it, right? JJ and Rian Johnson, right? 3 movies, right? 3 movies to destroy a franchise, right? You have Discovery and Picard, right? Destroying the franchise, yeah? But in one episode, Chris Chibnall destroyed 57 years of canon. One fucking episode. That was 56 or whatever it was, 60 minutes long. In 1 hour, he destroyed canon. 1 hour. Not 9, 11 hours like the Star Wars movies. 1 hour. One fucking hour. I'm fucking sick of all these SJWs. Seriously. I want to ruin it for everybody else. Just move on to an island of your own. Listen, I'm sure the governments of the world would be dying to get rid of you anyway, because you're torn in their sides. Here's a fucking island. Move on to that island. Pass your own stupid fucking laws, right? Have you our fucking areas, parks where it has safe space park or something, right? And then you can have a booth where you can go in and you can take pictures of yourself kissing each other and having sex, because that's all you want to do. I put up another post as well. Oh, please make it canon that the 13th Doctor likes your women, so her and yours can scissor. It's a fucking family show, right? If I want to watch things like that, I'll watch fucking the Animal Channel or Discovery Channel. Yeah, you and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel, right? If I want to watch that shit or be educated about human biology or about the complex relationships between different couple types, well, then I'll watch a show based on that. Doctor Who's a sci-fi fucking show. It's supposed to scare us. It's supposed to entertain us. It's not supposed to bore us. And we're not supposed to get a fucking lecture either. That's all they think about. And this is what I said on the tweet. I turned around and said it. These are not real fans. All they think about is sex, right? And it's sex over storyline for them, right? They want to preach. They always notice. They always preach about what their sexuality is. I don't care. I don't care. I'm straight. You don't hear me going around shouting it on top of the world. Oh, I'm straight. Look at me. I'm straight. I want a straight pride flag or something. I'm straight. Everything is like, put me in the box. Do you know what? You must have a really miserable existence if the only thing that gives you meaning is that people know how you identify yourself as. I think it's quite pathetic, to be quite honest with you. The rest of us get on with it, right? Why can't you take a leaf out of our book and do the fucking same? Yeah? Instead of making everything difficult. Right? Because you make it difficult for you yourselves. Everybody else gets on with it. Right? We don't moan and bitch 24/7 like you guys do about how nobody recognizes what you identify as. If you want to identify as a fucking tree or as a two-spirited penguin or whatever the fuck, do it. And you want your family and friends to call you a two-spirited penguin, do it. Right? But the rest of society shouldn't have to. Jesus Christ, man. Seriously. Like, I know a lot of people in the LGBTQ community, right? And they don't go on half as bad as these idiots do. They just get on with it. You know, in Ireland now, it doesn't matter who you are. If you want to get married in this country now, it doesn't matter who you want to get married to, whether it's a man, woman, whatever. You can get married in this country now. There's nobody's telling you in this country that you can't get married if you want to get married to another man or if you want to get married to a woman. Nothing. It doesn't go on. But yeah, you still hear these people in the background. I'm not happy. I'm allowed to get married, but now I want other rights. This is what happens. They're never just happy. You know what I mean? They just can't get on with it. They have to be miserable bastards for the rest of their lives. And they have to make us miserable with them because it's the only thing that gives them joy or gives their lives any meaning at all. Listen, I mean, every time I do a stream, right, anytime I do a video, I have 2 or 3, 6 now it is. It's gone up to 6. I get 6 people that always dislike me videos. It doesn't matter what it is. The tribute to the 12 doctors got dislikes, right? The video for River Song even, right, got dislikes. Now, these people call themselves Doctor Who fans, right? But they're not. See, the thing about it is, right, and I know they're listening to me right now, this is going to drive them mad, right? This is the only reason why I'm bringing it up. I live inside their heads rent-free because it doesn't matter what time I put a video up at, right? Even before the video is even viewed, there's a dislike. So whoever that sad little person is, I'm living in your head rent-free and I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing at you all. All because you don't like a TV show. You know? And this is the way they go on. And then they all start shouting at the top of their voices. Oh, we want the doctor to scissor Yaz. Oh, we want Graham to kiss somebody, whatever, an alien with 3 heads. We want Yasmin Khan to kiss a plank of wood. That'd be diverse. Seriously, it's getting ridiculous. Doctor Who's supposed to be a sci-fi show, but that's all they worry about. Right? And by the way, Cheryl made a great point when we were watching Serious One of Doctor Who, right? Do you know the way these little J-bots come out and say, well, Doctor Who has to get with the times and has to be diverse and inclusive. Cheryl, would you like to actually tell people what you seen during Series 1, and actually how diverse and inclusive was Doctor Who Series 1. Now, I know we're going to be Sunday, we're going to start off with Rose, and then all the way every Sunday, then we're going to do every single episode. No, with Rabbi and panel, like we're doing that every Sunday.
Would
But
you like to start off with that we had a interracial or a mixed couple with Rose and Mickey, and that there were many people of color featured and women in positions of authority, and everything was like addressed.
yeah,
that way,
exactly.
like, but it wasn't called out.
Exactly. But here's the thing, it was done properly, right? In the Christmas Invasion, for example, right, which was the last episode we actually, no, we stopped at no, we didn't. Are we on school? Oh, we're on school reunion next. That's what we're on next, right? We're on school reunion next. But up until that point, right, I have seen many people of different backgrounds and different races in Doctor Who, right? We've had Captain Jack, who obviously is a pansexual, was it? Pansexual.
Just whatever he's attracted to.
We've had a few other
You know what? It didn't even occur to me to say Captain Jack because even though he's outlandish, the first thing I think of
It's just
isn't that he's gay.
I know.
Or he's bi.
I know, that is the thing though.
It just says Captain Jack, and just when I'm watching Martha, I don't think there's a strong black female.
I know, it's just a strong woman.
There's Martha.
Yeah.
I'm so invested in these characters. And I know we'll talk about this, but in one of the episodes we were watching, as you remember, when tears were just streaming down my face.
Oh, she lost it.
Oh, I was roaring and crying.
I'll tell you.
So
So we were watching the very last episode of Series 1, and it actually hit Cheryl there and then. Like, she knew. Look, Cheryl is not obviously, as well. No, actually, we'd have to disclaim that now. But I didn't think Cheryl was as emotionally invested as I was. Well, yeah, not militant, but you cannot say that you're not emotionally as invested as me now, because the fact that you broke down at that very, because she actually realized what Chris Chibnall has done, and I have to say, I was looking, and she was a blubbering mess. And I just didn't know, because that's the way I felt. It's heartbreaking. It was, looking at it, she even set me off. I even said, please don't, you're going to have me off. I know, Cheryl. I know, this is why I got upset. This is why. And David Tennant's not my favourite Doctor, but I'm telling you, I'm sitting there and I'm laughing at, tooth and claw. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm even getting a bit thinking about it. Brilliant.
But that was the thing, like when we were watching the episodes, like what they've done in these past two series is they bring in 8,000 people, including the companions, and each one gets like a half a second of screen time, and then they F off or they get killed or I don't know, whatever. And by the end of the episode, I probably have forgotten about half of them even been in there.
That's what I mean.
Or if they get killed, I don't care. Yet, oh my gosh, I know when we get to this one, but people that have seen the era will know what I'm talking about. Linda with the Y. I cried for Linda with the Y.
I know.
I'm so gutted.
Oh no, same here. And then the Doctor's face when she died.
But that's the thing. But it was all of these people. And they had a lot of people in that episode, and you were actually invested in every single one.
Even the two office workers, right? One is of Indian descent and the other one's a white guy, and he goes, I only joined up because of you. And then she says, and I thought it was a great line, she goes, oh, so you think because we're here, I'll say after we survive this, you can go for a drink with me. And he goes, yeah. And then she gives him a wink, and then the two of them die. But you are sad that they died, because here I was like, oh, jeez, I wanted them to go on that drink. Like, this is what I'm saying. Even if they were these characters you got invested in. And now...
I felt bad for Cassandra.
Yeah, we did. Cassandra, that scene when Cassandra says, you are absolutely beautiful. and then he collapses, and then Chip, and then she's heartbroken. Yeah, this is why this show is not. It's just the level of acting even back then. Sorry, Ted. Even the level of acting back then, and we're only on series 2, is so far superior than anything we've gotten. Breaking news. BBC has decided to change the name of the show to The Adventures of the Timeless Child and the Best Human Ever. Or as I say, Dr. Refugee. Welcome to the new show. Or Doctor Can Be Anybody Who. No.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, Doctor can be anybody who possesses the power of regeneration. It's ridiculous. It dilutes the Time Lords. And for all these idiots that are defending it, and I'm sorry, defend this and you're a shill. Defend this, you're a traitor. Defend this, don't ever call yourself a Whovian again. Seriously, do not call yourself a Whovian again. I don't care if you liked episode 1 to 9 of this series. I really don't. Right? Episode 1 to 9. Don't care. If you liked it, don't give a shit. Right? But if you like that last episode, get the fuck out of our fandom. Oh, and there's a couple of little virgins that have decided to start on Ballstrek. Now, I won't mention the little gobshites' names yet because I already gave them a telling off on Twitter. I'm going to say it is now anyway on here. You go after Ballstrek again, yeah, or make any more little pathetic little bestiality comments that you've been making. As I said, I've screenshot the. See, I knew you were going to take down the tweets because that's what little virgins like you do. But I screenshot them all, and as I said, if you do it again, I will be handing them over to the police. Because what you have done is you've slandered someone because of a fake article. And when you call this the dog fiddler stream and you show Ballstrek's videos and you're making a laugh and a joke of him, well, and then you have the cheek then to go, oh, because of a few of a Ballstrek's friends bitching. No, you slandered him. And you know what? When I approach you, and I've noticed you won't actually talk to me, you've ignored me because you shit your brick. Right, because I basically told you, do it again and there'll be consequences. And I mean that. You all have a YouTube channel and you certainly won't have your Twitter handle if I show your little faces and show people who you are. Trust me, they'll all report your bleeding stream. Right? Now, you keep away from Ballstrek because you attack him, you attack us all. Yeah? And by the way, you love this era of Doctor Who. You're not a Whovian. All you little virgins are traitors. Traitors. And the state is all. Have pictures of all your stupid little faces. Every single little stupid face, I have your stupid little face. You all look like a bunch of boy band wannabes. Right? You wouldn't even harm a fly. And you know what? You are punching up. I'll give you his credit. You are punching up because you only have 200 subscribers or something. But that's the only reason why you're doing it. Is because Ballstrek is a name in this fandom, and if you think if you bring him up, your channel's gonna grow, because that's what does happen when you use little shitheads go and attack someone like Ballstrek. Yeah? Yeah? And not this time. His name's not gonna be mentioned because you won't get traction this time, you little shitheads. So back off. Next time I will present the evidence that I have to the law. And I will. And I told you out straight that it wasn't Ballstrek because you were right, oh, the little bitch. No, I told you out straight. I reported you. Right? And I'll report you again. Right? And I told, no, actually, I said if you do it again, I hand over the evidence. Right? Because if you think you little 20-odd-year-olds can talk to Ballstrek like that, someone that has been in this fandom a very, very long time. And by the way, his little gobshites, go back and look at his videos from fucking 7, 8 years ago. Longer, right? He's been on this platform longer than you little idiots. So show some respect, right? You don't have to agree with him, but it doesn't mean that you go on and you start slandering the guy, calling it a doggy fiddler stream. Yeah, doggy fiddler. If I ever get me hands on you, I won't finish that sentence. But I do plan, and I'm just letting you know, I do plan on making 2 trips to England at some stage. I'm going to go to some of these cons because I want to see if I bump into any of these people. Because the Tardis zone has to get out there. I have to be doing what the other, like the likes of the Time Ladies do, start going to these conventions, start getting the channel noticed out there. I'm obviously noticed with some of the Doctor Who community, but we have to get to a wider audience because this channel right now, along with Gary and a couple of others, are the only channels that are exposing what BBC is up to, the propaganda, the spin, you know. And as you've seen, there's a few YouTubers that have actually called out the bullshit about this story arc and how it doesn't fit into canon. So this is what we need. This is what we need to do to keep the pressure on the BBC. While you guys keep sending these emails, and if you've only joined the chat, I've also been told that if you write a handwritten letter into the BBC and you tell them within the letter that you actually want to reply, that takes up more resources of the BBC. This is what we want to do. We want to disrupt the BBC as much as possible. This is what I said my whole plan was in the beginning anyway, that we were going to keep sending the emails in and we were going to disrupt the BBC. We have done that, right? And I'm proud of every single person, and I mean it, right? Every single person that has sent in an email or several emails or whatever it is at this stage, I'm proud of every single one of you. And you ought to be proud of yourselves because you are taking a stand for what you believe in, right? We need to get him out. We need to get him out so they'll soft reboot this and we can forget about this era, right? So please, I beg you, anybody that hasn't sent in an email, I know I've came down hard on some of you tonight, but please send in an email. Even if it's only one, at least add your voice to the argument. Add your voice to the conversation. And remember, as I said as well, I'm looking at the community post on YouTube now to see if any of you have actually even replied yet. Now, I know most of you are in the live chat now. I don't expect you to go straight away. But I want to see if there's any other subscribers that are not watching me that see if anybody has actually wrote in on me thing. Right, we've got one comment. And it's actually from someone that's actually in the chat. Thank you very much. So we've got one comment so far. So send in your comments, as I said. If it's going to be a long comment, like I seen that one, and it's fine for it's actually fine. Now we got 2 comments, it says. This one, I'll be able to screenshot this one, right? But when you are doing a comment, leave a gap and do the second paragraph. No, break it up into 2 paragraphs if it's going to be a long message. Or break it up into 3 paragraphs, whatever, if you know what I mean. But please do that for me, guys. Come on, we can do this. We really can. The fans do have the power, and you have to believe. You have to believe. Gary wouldn't be asking his subscribers to go. He said, I would encourage it. I would encourage us to write an email to the BBC. Right? Bolstrek has done the same. Right? I think Doomcock even has done the same. As far as I know, he has mentioned it. And I know Random Mecha has as well. Right? This is not going away. BBC, look at BBC can bury their heads in the sand all they want. Right? At the end, we're getting somewhere. We keep this pressure up until Christmas. They have to look at people keep forgetting, and I need to remind people, right? There's a regeneration scene filmed. Now, for anybody that says it's too late, they can't do it, right? They can add it into the actual Christmas special, so she could still go, right? Now that's her. For me, she's the secondary problem here, right? It's him that needs to go. But I've got a funny feeling that she's gone Christmas, because she's going to be the one that's made the scapegoat, right? I still believe that she will go Christmas. And I did say she'll leave after Series 12. It'll be the Christmas special, so technically, I don't think she's going to be here for Series 13. I really don't. I don't think these numbers add up. They're going to use someone as a scapegoat. And I don't think the way BBC have dug their heels in, they're going to make someone the scapegoat. And it'll be her. It won't be him. But that's what I mean. I'm thinking of going to some of these conventions. Now, I have to say, I'm not the most money-wise, I have to be saving up for these things. I won't be able to just, like some other people on Twitter that are claiming to be fans and are very privileged to get to go to these, some of them even for nothing, or they might get discounts. I'd have to pay for this fully. I mean, I was looking at the Welsh Comic Con one, and for the VIP pass, it's 400 and something pound. And you see, if I was to go as the Tardis zone, I would have to be going with those VIP passes. You know what I mean? Like the others do. That's how you get recognised in the fandom. That's how other fans get to hear about your YouTube. This is how all these Twitter shills are so popular, because they go to the conventions, they mix with these people, and then people follow them. I'm being honest, I think if I turned up, the whole room would empty. But I wouldn't be going there to cause trouble. I'll be just going there because I'm a Doctor Who fan. But of course, if Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker are there, well, then it leaves me in a prime position to ask a question. Because I would ask a question. I just have to think of the right one, though. One that would really put them on the back foot. But not only that, one that's not going to be explained away that easy. Yeah, I do love Jeremy for Geeks and Gamers. I would love to actually get him on this channel. I do watch him destroy people on Twitter and destroy people in his videos. And I know there's a lot of people out there that would mess with him. But I have to say, and I don't think he'd mind me saying this, but I think compared to me, he's a pussycat. Because you have seen me in full flow. I don't have a filter. I'm not saying Jeremy does, but I'm Irish. We've got that Irish temper. It just sets us over above everybody else when we start. It's not an arrogance or that. And I think that's why, nobody else could defeat the British. Well, we can give the Americans a bit of credit. They did, didn't they? Just like we did. But, there you go. It's because we're fearless. That's the thing. See, I've always said on this channel, I do not give a flying fuck what these people say about me anymore. Right? They're barking up the wrong tree. But if you come after me or me friends, I'm going to go after you, because that's what I do. Thank you, Daniel. Daniel is always... Daniel, I have to get you on during the week anyway, because I need to get you on anyway. But I need to get you on. And I want you to all support Daniel's channel as well. What you call it? He was going to give up. He was, because of all the shit that's gone on. And I don't want him to. So please support him. Show him out. Show him that you actually value his videos and his streams, and actually go and watch them, guys. He puts, he puts a lot of hard work into his channel, and as he said himself, it gives him a bit of joy, and he needed some encouragement to keep at it, and hopefully he does. I hope he doesn't leave because of what's happened. I'd hate people to leave YouTube just because of what happened, and I'd hate people to give up on their passion because of what happened. Listen, you will not understand how heartbroken I am right now, right? I am absolutely devastated, and I still haven't gotten over it. I'm still upset, but it's turned more to anger. But I'm still very upset. I can't fathom why he did what he did. It had to be out of spite, in my opinion, because there was no indication that he was Jordan Series 11 anyway, that he was ever even considering this. And I don't buy into the fact that this was all thought up during the teaser trailer, or he had thought of it as far back as then. Because if you look at Series 11 to 12, they're totally, completely different series altogether. One, which is the Series 11, is completely something away from Doctor Who. It's not even anything like Doctor Who. Deliberately made changes so it wasn't like Doctor Who. For Series 12, he went back to the old villains and tried to make it all like it was like the old times. But it was all smoke and mirrors. It was all. He's not going. Look, he's not. I don't know if I can. The only way I'm going to get over this is if they fix it, and if they don't, and they continue to go even after Chris Chibnall is gone, well then, truly Doctor Who did end in 2007 then, and that's going to be hard to deal with, because since 2005, since it's come back, it's been in all our lives constantly since then, and obviously me growing up as a kid, watching Doctor Who with me dad, and I just won't be able to. I won't be able to get over this until they fix it. This show has done so much for me personally, and yeah, I just don't know what to say anymore. It's just there was no need. There was no need. But it even invalidates Jodie Whittaker's Doctor as well, which is, which kind of makes me laugh, because it's ironic. All these J-bots making such a big deal of her being the first female Doctor. And I don't know if that's gone over their heads, but they don't seem to mind. They actually don't seem to mind, which actually baffles me. They've been defending her for 2 years, right? Chris Chibnall has basically null and void her Doctor, right? She's not the first female Doctor. And they're not even bothered. I thought these fans were supposed to be fans of her. See, they're not fans of Jodie Whittaker either. And this is the thing. They're not even fans of Jodie Whittaker, right? They're not even fans of Mandeep Gill either. All they're fans of is getting those two together, or getting Jodie Whittaker with some other woman, whether it's River Song or Billie Piper. Why do you think they always call for Billie Piper, River Song, or for that's why they're delighted now all of a sudden that Yaz and the Doctor apparently are supposed to be in the TARDIS, right, for next season together, right? So right now they're all getting excited like the horny little assholes that they are, because all they're thinking is, oh, he's going to ship them. He's going to ship them. Ah! And that's all they care about. They don't care about the characters. Fuck the characters. Characters mean nothing. The story means nothing either. We just stick them on the screen and make them kiss. I don't know. It's just gone ridiculous. Yeah, but here's the thing. And Gary actually asked this question, and it was a fucking brilliant question, right? So, Pam, you said, I still say the master is manipulating the matrix and it's all fake. Okay. Now, the question that Gary asked, which was a fucking great question, right, was, hold on. Yeah. The question was, well, even if it does turn out that this is all fake, and there's a way of him getting out of it, and it is that the master is lying, which he doesn't think is the case anyway. And there's a couple of YouTubers like myself that actually think no, that's not the case. It's not a lie. The master's not lying in this situation. But even if that was the case, right? So here's the question I've got for you guys. If that was the case, and he does backtrack, because he has left himself a way out, as I said, and all YouTubers have brought it up. He has left himself a buyout clause, as they say. If he does take that buyout, the buyout clause, are you fans going to be really happy? Because he's after putting the fandom through this, right? He's basically after destroying the fandom, right? He's basically after making a lot of people heartbroken. And then it turns out then that's fake. Do you think those fans that are heartbroken like me are going to say, ha, oh, you got us good there. Well done, Christian. Oh, that was, you nearly got us there. No, not a chance. Not a chance in hell. We're going to be angry. Right, I'm off. See you all, says Randy Pella. See you, Randy. Nice to have you here in the chat, mate. I seen you pop up there earlier. Have a good one, my friend. Talk to you soon. Neurotic. Gary just ended his stream by saying, not all those who wander are lost, except Chibnall. Exactly. I love Gary's streams. Gary's streams, and I have to give him a huge shout out anyway. His streams have actually helped. And so has Heel versus Babyface. He's become a real favorite in this household. Actually, Cheryl loves his videos. She just loves the way he reacts. I have to say, it's brilliant. I love his reactions as well, because that's the way I used to be when I first started this channel. And then everybody said, oh, you have to calm down a little bit. Feck off. It's not happening anymore. No way. No, I'm just... No, Chibnall's not lost. He's just lost a lost cause. Oh, I love this fandom sometimes. She's not great. Oh, great. Cheryl is putting up some article there from Newsbeat. And we've got a £5 super chat from Lone Wolf. Oh, thanks very much. Have a strong drink on me. Much love. We will indeed. I'll give it to Drunk Cheryl. Drunk Cheryl, I got you a £5 for your bottle of wine. And you'll only need half a bottle. Thanks very much for that, Lone Wolf. I really appreciate it. For that £5 super chat. Drunk Cheryl is thrilled. Feck off with it. Brilliant. Yous are great. Yous are gas. And listen, I keep saying it, but I will, because it blows me away. Whether it's £5, £2, whatever the super chat is, it blows me away. So I want to just say I really do appreciate the support. And guys, it's just brilliant. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, Daniel, there's a lot of fans out there that embarrass me as well, that are my age, that actually have grown up with who like I have, and actually, see, they're the fans I'm really most annoyed with. These fans that just want, no matter, once it has the name Doctor Who, because they want Doctor Who on the TV so badly, they will they'll watch it, and they're the fans I'm angry with. Those fans that know that this is wrong, and it's like as if they've been told, I actually, you want to be on the right side of history. And I was kind of like, what right side of history? I am on the right side of history. Right? The character has been around, Doctor Who's been around for 57 years. Right? And 12 of those actors that played the Doctor were men. And then you go and you decide that you're going to change that because you want to make some sort of statement. So I'm sick of the BBC. I am. I'm sick. Boris Johnson, look, I can't stand him. I think, I can't. Look, Boris Johnson and Donald Trump, for me, the reason why I do like them in some ways is because they upset the natural order of things. But in this case, if Boris Johnson actually gets rid of the TV license, he will forever he'll be forever known as the greatest prime minister for most Doctor Who fans out there, because it'll end the BBC. And if they go full streaming wars with the rest of them, so they're not going to be able to compete. BritBox is already dead in the water. Trust me, BritBox is not going to be around for long. That's going to be gone. It's going to be gone. And I second what Cheryl said there, Lee Anthony Davis. There's like, it's okay, pal. It's, you know what I mean? Look, I do this because I enjoy it and I enjoy talking to people. And I'm actually just delighted that people still listen to me and enjoy what I have to say. So, right, what time is it now? Right, well, we're getting near that time now. Are we? Am I looking at that clock wrong? I don't know what's going on here. Right, so we have 2 comments, have we? Two comments on the community post there now. Grant, thank you for those comments, guys. Yeah, if he passes that law, then it's game over for the BBC, Chris. Let's hope he does. Look, no matter what people think of Boris Johnson's personally, if he does the things that he said out he does, and this is the way I've always looked at it, and it's the same with Donald Trump, and I'm sorry to bring politics into it, but we'll get rid of that straight away. I don't care what Donald Trump is like personally. I also don't care what Boris Johnson is like personally. If these guys actually do their jobs and say they're going to do what they're going to do, well then, fair enough. I don't care that I don't care if there's people out there that can't stand them. At the end of the day, if he does what he's saying he's doing, and it's proven that he's doing what he said he's going to do, well then, you don't really have much of a leg to stand on. And I know Cheryl will hate me for that because she hates the Don. And she hates when I call him the Don. That's why I'm calling him the Don. Teflon Don. Nothing sticks. I have a bucket, says someone. Oh, great. You have 10 minutes left. No. What do you mean 2 hours? I do 3 hours. Oh, she's trying to cut. Did you see that? Did you see that? She tried to stop the stream early. She knows I go for 3 hours. She says, no, you've only got 10 minutes left. That'll bring up the 2 hours. You sly little die. See what you do there. Oh, Cheryl's naughty, isn't she? She's a funny one, that one is, I have to say. She's a funny one. Oh, God, not 3 hours, says Glenn Edwards. Ah, Jesus. I thought, come here, I used to do 3-4 hour streams and he's never had a problem before. Now it's like, oh, no, just do the 2 hours now and feck off. 2 hours is enough. Put something in his drink. No, nothing goes in my drink. Sure, I'm aware though. She'll tell you I don't even drink out of the same glass or anything. If she drinks, right, if I bring out something to drink and I have it in a glass and she takes a sip out, I'll say, I'll keep it. I'll do a fresh one. I've always been like that. Even at home, when I was living at home, I was the same, bit of a freak like that. So if she touched me drink, I wouldn't drink it anyway. So that's why I'd never be spiked. So don't forget emails. Don't forget as well the hashtag RIP Doctor Who is the hashtag that seems to be doing the most damage. So when you're writing up a post, don't forget, if you're talking about Doctor Who, write in RIP Doctor Who. Keep that hashtag going. It seems to be the one that has caught on the most. And everything. As I said, we've got till Christmas, but I do have a funny feeling she's gone because I think they will use her as a scapegoat. That rumor is true about a radio interview or something that she was apparently supposed to do. If that is true, that could be the interview that she's filmed. Because remember, she's recorded. Because remember, sometimes they don't go live on these and do a pre-record, and especially if it was at a BBC studio, it's probably her announcing the reasons why she stepped down as the doctor. They've probably already got that in place. If she's going looking for their work, that's why they would do that. So she doesn't have to be dragged in then to explain why she's leaving. She could do all that in advance and then go off and do what she needs to do. Dr. Ho. Justin, brilliant. Yeah, the Gary streams, as I said, have really cheered me up. He's suffering just as much as I am. And when he did that video and I got a lovely mention as well, it was nice. And I can't believe I actually featured in an article. Another one. So I found one by accident last week, right, by some Whovian out there that's obviously on that site DeviantArt, so they must do articles as well. So he wrote up an article about me whole thing with Crystal D. It was a nice article, and now I'm at being given another shout out there as well. So I appreciate that. But it's nice to know that what I'm doing, and this is what I'm saying, it's nice to know what I'm doing in the Doctor Who community is actually making some sort of a difference. And that's all I want to really do. I just want to make a difference in this fandom. I just want you guys to also have a voice. That's why we have the panels. And I will be bringing back the phone-ins because I think that's going to be a very important feature to this channel going forward in the next couple of months. We need to get you guys on live to talk to me and tell me our experiences with Doctor Who as well. Not only write them up on the community post, as I said, I'll give you the opportunity then to come on live, follow me on Messenger. If one of me moderators could actually put me Messenger, not me Facebook, but me Messenger, up in the live chat there. If you would like to start coming in for phone-ins, send me a message. I'll obviously have to give some sort of code word because some of you are down as different names then when you add me, and I won't add anybody with a different name. So how could we do this? I think there's no way of even doing it. Just send me your names if you want to. No, I love the stream. I was watching the sound of the drums the other night when Tennant was talking about Gallifrey. I cried with mixed emotions. What the show used to be and how it has been destroyed. Yeah, that's what I mean. Cheryl, actually, she lost it after when was the episode? I think it was at the end of it was the end of Series 1. She started actually losing it. She lost it completely. I I'm still good. I'm not gonna get out. I'm not gonna get over this. There was no reason for it. He just wanted to basically say, listen, the fact that it's being men, we can't have that now in today's society. Yeah, you can't have that. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. You know, you're not allowed to have anything nice anymore. Just want to take everything away from you. Put their own ideology on top of it and put their preachy messages in. And then they repackage it, throw it out there and say, right, this is what you are getting. Suck it up. If not, get the fuck out of our franchise. Get the fuck out of our fandom. We don't want you here anymore. That's the attitude. That's the attitude they have. Right? So that's what they want. That's what we'll do. We'll encourage fans to boycott. Now, Big Finish apparently has gotten a bit of a bounce because of what's happened. Now, I wrote a message to Big Finish last night, and I basically said, if Big Finish don't do what Chris Chibnall has done, because the reality of the situation is, whether BBC believe it or not, is that there's fans heartbroken and distraught for what's happened. Now, if you do not follow Chris Chibnall's route, I will gladly support Big Finish. I will also get other fans to support Big Finish, but be warned. And I will say this to Big Finish now, be warned. If you do decide to go down Chris Chibnall's route, you will lose fans. Okay? Now, I do like the fact that when you put up the audios, you put the first Doctor audios. I love that. Now, if that starts to change, and we start seeing things like William Hartnell or whatever, Bill Hartnell's Doctor, whatever, which way you put it, right? If we don't see the first Doctor in front of that, well, then we have a problem. And if you also start doing stories that actually back up what Chris Chibnall done to try and help in this situation, well, then again, I will say you're in trouble. So I would urge and beg Big Finish to keep and steer well away from what Chris Chibnall is doing and concentrate on the wonderful stories that you bring to fans. Right now, you're bringing a lot of joy to fans' lives, and your subscriptions have gone up because you've put out a post to say that you are amazed, right? So, as I said, just don't follow Chris Chibnall's route and watch your company finally soar and get the recognition that it should be getting. Big Finish will become bigger than the show if you steer well clear. If Chris Chibnall continues to go down his path, trust me, more and more fans will flood the Big Finish once you keep away from that bull. And trust me, as soon as YouTubers like me get the first hint that you're backing Chris Chibnall and what he's doing, we will encourage our subscribers. Now, I know my channel's not as big as the rest of them, but that's still over 1,000 people that I could stop from buying your product, right? Then you go on to Gary's channel, Ballstreck's channel, Doomcock's channel, then we're getting into serious numbers here, right? So let this be a warning. Just don't go down the Chris Chibnall route and you'll be fine. I think a lot of fans here, like Daniel, that cover Big Finish, would be worried about that. That they hope that Big Finish don't go down that route. Because Daniel has fallen in love with Big Finish, and I know for a fact it'll devastate him. Right? And Daniel's already devastated enough as it is. I mean, Daniel can't... I don't think Daniel will mind, but Daniel's like me. Daniel just can't stop getting upset. Like me. Seriously, I just don't know what. I just wish this was a nightmare. I wish this wasn't the reality, but it is. But we're going to make sure that our voices are heard, because Three statements now, guys. 3 statements. Right. I hope I get this name right. So we've got a $5 super chat from Hap Kiddo Lock. I hope I said that right. I really do. He says, no, keep up. Keep the fight. Keep fighting the fight. I will. Like Rocky, I won't stop. Trust me. I'm not going anywhere. I was reconsidering my future and all on YouTube last week. I really was. And like I was kind of thinking, well, I'm after getting this far. Why should I give up my YouTube? It was though. I was going to be that stupid, and I was going to give up my YouTube channel. I was like, no, not happening. Why should I give up my YouTube channel? You know what I mean? As look, Doctor Who will come back again. LOL, perfect, brother. Thanks be to God, I got a name right. Yoo-hoo! Seriously, I see these long names come up on my screen, right? And I do panic. Because some people deliberately then, right, they put these weird names. I used to look when I first started out, people know that I have some difficulty pronouncing some of the names, right? So you deliberately get people just change their YouTube channels names just to come on, just to wind me up with a name, and I'd be there struggling. It'd be funny now, I'd be laughing myself, but as a kid it used to get very frustrating because obviously, you know, Irish teachers back then, they weren't nice. They're all lovely now, teachers, I reckon. You know, I'll say they wouldn't dare raise their voice at kids now. Back in the day, like, you get hit with a bloody ruler, metal ruler or a wooden ruler on the hand. Teachers back then were mad, but they didn't do us any harm at all. Now you can't even say boo to a child, you know, and then everybody gets involved. It's ridiculous. But I will keep up the good fight. I will keep fighting the fight. Jesus, I can't even get you the super chat right. But I will. I'll keep it. Say my name. Cribleen Dubloon. Cribleen Dubloon. I love it. I just subscribed to you. Hopes it helps you out. Thank you, Game Master. And listen, folks. Recently, I have been getting a lot of subscribers, and that's down to Bounding Comics, it looks like, and Gary. Because obviously they used my video and did the article. So I just want to, because right now we're on 1,450 something subscribers. So we've actually jumped up over 200 in the last couple of the last week. Of course, I could say Raxacargo Falapatorius. Falapatorian. It's Falapatorius though, isn't it? Raxacargo Falapatorius. Raxacargo Falapatorian. See, I could say that. See, that's no problem. That's weird, isn't it? Raxacargo Falapatorian. Raxacargo Falapatorian. There, see? Yay! And that is a £2 super chat from Lone Wolf. So they asked me, can I say Raxacargo Falapatorian? There you go. Got it. Yeah, but here's the thing. That word, right, never actually, I never got confused with that. Not the way when Rose Tyler was trying to say it in the show. I was like, it's easy to say. You wouldn't even get Raxacar. See, now I'm even getting Raxacargo Falapatorian. That is a mouthful though, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that a real word though? Have they actually, is that a real word? Would it be a real word now, I wonder? Not the way some shows, you know, they add words to the dictionary if they become popular. I wonder if that's Raxacargo Falapatorian. I love saying that. Thank you. Thank you for that, Lone Wolf. I appreciate it. The Dr. Blu-ray 14 reviews just sent me a message, and I will read it out because it's because, you know, It's actually interesting. He's accused me of being transphobic, but he says, big finish are doing a trans doctor before the BBC in the Stranded series. Don't care. Don't care. That's all I have to say about it. I actually don't care. If that's the route a big finish want to go down, fine. I won't listen to it, but I won't make a big song and dance about it. You know what I mean? So if people buy that, fair play. I won't be buying it. Oh, Jesus, wooden ruler. We had sisters teaching us, and there was always a strap hanging by the side of the blackboard. I know, the leather straps. I know. I was actually brought up in Catholic schools. They had to take me out of one because yeah, we won't get into that, but let's just say it didn't end too well for the teacher. Anti-establishmentarianism. See? Oh, did I get that one right as well? Woo, what a roll! What's happening? See, do you know what's happening? I've been detoxed from Series 12 and my brain cells are reactivating. Oh my God, I'm becoming smart again. Matthew Pounder. Yeah, that probably is the 13th Doctor's real name. Brad, WWE fan. Hey, what's up? What's up? Daniel does wrestling. Did a wrestling stream, as far as I know. So if you're a wrestling fan, go and check that out. Pam, I can't speak Welsh, so I'm not even gonna have a go at that. But I do know if that's the weather forecaster, he actually said that whole without even stopping. He got a spot on. That was just impressive. Can I subscribe? You don't have to ask to subscribe. That if you want to subscribe, if you're a Doctor Who fan, yes, by all means, do so. But you don't have to ask. Anybody can subscribe to the channel. Sorry, didn't know this was on. Was watching catch up of neurotics as problem B. Yeah. I know. See, I think he's still alive, isn't he? Is he still alive? I think he's still. Oh no, I think he just. Oh no, he is. He's still alive. He's still alive. It says he's still alive. Is he still alive? Oh no, it's over. It's over. He just finished his stream. Jesus, 13,000 people. Woo! Wow. It's tomorrow night. Oh, it's the wrestling streams Thursday night, isn't it? Yeah. I'll have to watch afterwards, Daniel, unless it's during the day because we've got Europa League. But do you have Europa League? Oh no, oh no, I shouldn't have brought that up. Sorry, Daniel. That would have been a great match though, United and Celtic. We could have went live for that bit of banter. Would have been great. Yeah, so watch Daniel's wrestling stream. It's there in the chat, guys. Just to remind people here in the live chat, I will be plugging Daniel's live stream tomorrow on Twitter right up until the start of the show. There you go. And of course, we will put Daniel's chat. Oh, it's already at the bin. Yeah, the Unknown put it up there. So go and check it out. I love every Doctor Who. Very sad what happened in season 12. Yeah, it is. We're still trying to kind of get our heads around it. Try to figure out what he's done. Let me see. 9 p.m. tomorrow. So it's 9 p.m. So I'll be in the second half. Do you know what? I'll plug one ear in the earphones while I'm watching the game. That's what I'll do. Because we'll be in the second half. We'll probably be already winning about 16-0 or something anyway. We're playing behind closed doors, so it's going to be a shit atmosphere. So that's what I'll do. I'll put the match on and I'll listen to you and Sean. There you go. Dan G says, I've been privileged enough to meet Tennant, Smith, Capaldi, McGann, McCoy, Davison, and Colin Baker at conventions, and it was a dream come true. You jammy little fecker. Do you know what, man? They do have Irish conventions here, but they're not great. They're not great. When they have done Doctor Who ones, they're not great. So the UK is where I'd have to go. But Justin Doyle with a £5 super chat says, Noel, on the BBC Writer Room interview, Chibbers advises new writers to listen to feedback. Wow. Well, do you know what, Justin? It doesn't look like they're listening to any feedback now, pal, does it? I tell you, yeah. Do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised, though. Here's the thing. See, this is why I'm annoyed with the press as well. See, they're like BBC. BBC think most of the fans are on Twitter, right? It was the same during and I don't want to get into politics again, but it's the same with this whole Donald Trump, the election thing coming up, right? When Hillary was running against him. And everybody on Twitter was like, Hillary, right? It was all Hillary, right? So all the newspapers, all the art, Hillary's going to win because everybody on Twitter said she's going to win, right? Same thing here, right? With Doctor Who fans. Because there's a certain few of them that are on Twitter, and they've been, they get exposure, again, by these magazines and stuff, right? The BBC then think that they speak for all fans, right? Again, Twitter does not have the whole of the Doctor Who fandom on it, you knobheads, right? Just like not every single person that was talking about Hillary Clinton, it didn't mean that she was going to be elected. We see what happened. She didn't get elected because not all of the people are on Twitter, right? Brexit happened because not all people are on Twitter, but if you were to listen to Twitter, everybody that voted Brexit was a traitor. But then when they had, and Boris Johnson wasn't going to get in, he got in, right? Again, not everybody's on Twitter, and this is the big mistake that the BBC are making. They're listening to the Twitter crowd, and RT, I think, were the only second group to pick up on this and actually said Doctor Who has actually pandered to the Twitter crowd, and that's exactly what happened. So the likes of Beth from the Time Ladies, the Sisters of Can, all these feminist fronts, and all these other rainbow gobshites, that's who they're pandering to, right? They're pandering to a small minority of the fandom, right? And they're sacrificing the rest, right? And they think that that's the majority of fans. You fucking idiots. Now, actually, before we do actually go, we're not going anywhere yet, but I did want to check something. So I want to try and dispel this whole rumor about TV habits. So let me see. Give me a recent show. All right, Killing Eve ratings. Right, so we've got season. Well, there's only 2 seasons, is there? Hold on. We'll see. Right, so it'll be easy enough to. Right, TV ratings for. Let me see. So it's renewed for a 3rd season. Or maybe this is an old article. I'll have to check the date just to make sure. The 20. Oh yeah, this could be it. This is an old article, isn't it? Well, they're the American figures. Why are they showing me the American figures? I don't want to really know about the American figures. Right, they're the American figures, but what's this? Let me see. Right. So Killing Eve launched in the UK. But that was the second season. But the fourth season, the fourth season racked up an audience of 3.7 million and scored 21% in the audience. It actually made it the most watched on. Why is this ad popping up? Get off. Oh, stupid fucking ads. And now it's past me computer. Right. Killing Eve ties up 3.5 million viewers on BBC One to become the most watched show of the day in UK. And that was the 9th of June 2019. Now, for a show like Killing Eve, right, that is absolutely fantastic, right? In BBC America, its second season was up by 87% on the fourth series, and in total viewers and 78% in key adults. The demographics, that's what I mean. There's a lot more people actually watching. So I've actually seen the American ratings. Actually, the American ratings are interesting because you do actually see Series 1 people are trying to figure out what this show is about because the ratings reflect that. But in Series 2, there's not the everything is up. Everything is up. But I didn't want the American ratings. Hold on. I tell you, we'll get a show that's on Sunday night, which is Call the Midwife. Call the Midwife. Right. So that has 8 seasons. Right. So let's get the ratings for this. UK ratings. All right, let's do this. Come on, let's stick together. You know we made a vow to live one another together. Na, 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 na. Right, Call the Midwife pulls in more than 8 million viewers. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. But why don't they? So there's country file. This was obviously before Doctor Who returned back though. But it pulled in 8.3 million. That's averaged 8.3 million. It averaged 8.3 million. It dominated the Sunday peak time. Wow. Now, they say they were significantly down on the 9.6 million of the first episode of the third series. So this was the fourth series. So the fourth series brought in 8 million viewers. Right? So you can even see even a year on, okay, they've lost 1.6 million. Right? But if you look at it, right, it's been going for how long now? That was the fourth series. It's on its 8th series now. So that let's have a look, right? So by the fourth series, it was pulling in 8 million viewers. Right? Let's see what it's pulling in now. See if it's still pulling in the same number. This is all I'm just trying to figure out. If it's pulling in the same numbers. Because this whole argument, and I'm sorry, I don't buy it. Oh, the TV habits have changed. Say what you want, right? TV habits change. But as I said, if the show is good, people will watch live. Right? And even the catch-ups and the consolidated figures do not add up. But anyway, you shills. You just haven't got a clue. Right. See, with all these stupid ads, everything is just annoying me now. Where's this? I just want to see a figure. Not me wife's. because she's walking in through the door now. It's like
Did you just call me Pigger?
Figure.
A figure?
A figure.
A figure?
Oh, get away. I said there's a figure.
Figure?
Oh, get away. See, she does not understand some words.
Figure.
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 Yeah, whatever.
Right. Okay then.
It rhymes with vinegar. Yeah, see, people thought I was going to say something else there. I can't find. Just give me bleeding ratings, you gobshites. Oh, they're doing backstreet abortions and all on this now. Oh. Right, I think I might have it now. No, I don't have it. Jesus Christ, man. Right, let's see. I see something here that's interesting. Call the Midwife is top Christmas Day show. It's top Christmas Day show, but ratings fall. And this was in 2017. So again, it's still pulled in. That's what I said. It's still pulled in an average audience of 9.6. Attracted an audience of 9.2 million, but it dropped off to 8.6. I mean, you know, it's not much of a drop off. It depends on again. I think the ratings reflect on the quality of writing, and I think that's the point I'm trying to make. And right now, the writing for Doctor Who is shit, so the ratings are shit. Right? When the writing was good for Doctor Who, the ratings were up. When the writing was mediocre, the ratings went and when the writing was shit, the ratings were shit. That's the way it goes. It's nothing about TV habits have changed. It's got to do with the fact that people are not engaged with your stories, and if they're not engaged with your stories, they're not going to watch. And you know what? This whole thing, but they watch on catch up and stuff, and are they, you know what I mean? Are the voices like tablets and the phones, like, you know? So like you can't really take that all into account. Well, explain the last fucking episode, you gobshites, because they're all down too, right? Idiots. Oh, but no, you're wrong. You know what I mean? Loads of people are watching. It just it hasn't registered or something. I don't know. I'm running out of excuses, but I'll think of another one soon. Seriously, man. Do you know what? They're all becoming a joke. A joke. That's all they are. They're a joke. Right? They're excuses. They're hollow now. Peter Capaldi, you know what? But the best part for me is, right, and I'm delighted it finally happened, that our numbers got so low that they can't actually use Peter Capaldi's Doctor anymore. That's the one thing that makes me so happy about this whole situation, is they cannot use Peter Capaldi's numbers anymore. He didn't deserve the comparison anyway, because she's not good enough to polish his boots. And if it was International Women's Day, I would still get her to polish his boots. Right? She shouldn't be she shouldn't be named in the same breath as William Hartnell or any of those other doctors up to Peter Capaldi. She is nowhere near the level or standard that she needs to be at. It's not all down to her, but I'm being honest with you. If it was International Women's Day, I'd still make her polish Peter Capaldi's boots, because that's all she's good for. Right? And for anybody out there that says she's a great actress, I'm sorry, I disagree with you. She's a shit actress. She got lucky in her career. And now she's being exposed for the fake that she is. But not only that, this is our first, if I'm correct in saying, I think this is her first major lead role where she's not part of an ensemble cast where all the focus is on her. And she fails. But that's down to the writing as well. But it's also down to the fact that, you know, she can't act. I mean, I can act better than her, I'd say. Cheryl, do you think I can act better? Because I can fool you pretty good when I want to. Like, you know, when I'm messing around with you, I can convince you that I'm telling the truth. So I suppose that's a form of acting. And by the way, someone made it interesting. The only doctor that she's actually watched is Tennant. Well, then it actually goes to show. It actually shows you that she does. She only has watched Tennant, but she's still not a Whovian. Don't call yourself a Whovian. Here, that name. Do you know what? All these gods show I'm a Whovian. No, you're not. Don't actually even use that name. You don't even have the right to use that name. That name doesn't just get banded about willy nilly. You know. Oh, then did you see it? Oh, we Whovians need a code word or a name, right? How about Doe? You know, Yana, you know, Professor Yana and the creature, wherever her name is, that used to go end the sentence with Doe. Yeah, and I wrote up, right, took a screenshot of it and I wrote up on Twitter, yeah, but you're stupid, though. Yeah, because you're stupid. Yeah, they used to, what was it in the early 2000s, middle of 2000s, what was it, Dweeks? They wanted to call themselves Dweeks. Do you know what? Call yourselves Dweeks. I don't mind. If you want to call yourself a dweek, call yourself a dweek. I'd rather you call yourself a dweek than shame the Whovian name, right? If you support this shit, call yourself a dweek, yeah? Because that's what you are. You're a dweek. You're weak and you're pathetic little geek. And Cheryl is looking really serious at the screen. What's going on? I do 3 hours, babe. You know the rules. The best new Who story arc of season it was series 4. I'd have to agree with you. I do like the series 3 series arc as well, though. Because you kind of really didn't, you know, if you are unless you weren't really paying attention, you wouldn't have seen it coming. But you have to pay attention, and obviously I do. So hold on, Big Finish are already throwing storylines together for when they get the rights to the timeless bollocks. They've already sold out the woke crowd. Right, I just allowed that comment because I did like it, but you're not allowed to use bad language in the live chat there. So we'll let you away with that one.
Was bollocks bad?
Yeah, bollocks is a curse.
Oh, yeah. We don't know that in America.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he's American or not.
Okay, now timeless bollocks. He's using it in the right way. Yeah. Yeah. It's grand, Rick. It's grand. We just don't allow it in the chat. Just the chat, because YouTube are just a bunch of, you know, I can't say it, I'm using that platform, but you know what I mean. They're a bunch of twats. Oh, did I really say that? Oh, sorry, YouTube. But listen, my friend is being bullied and you're not doing nothing about it, so you are twats. So, you know.
Teddy.
And Ted, stop crying, right? I didn't bring you into this world to, like, hear you cry. Right? Come on up to me, buddy. What's wrong with you? Come here to me. Come here. Yeah. Yes, he is. Do you want to say hello to everybody? Right, come on. We say hello to everybody. There. Say hello to... Now watch now. Don't start jumping. Look, there's Ted, guys. Look at him. Yay. Hello, everybody. I'm going to pretend to be a mad little psycho rabbit dog now. Oh, look at me. Oh, say hello. Oh, look at me. I'm Teddy Bears. Woo. Calm down. See, look at someone said, Teddy. Say hello. Say hello to everybody. See, but that's what happens when I pick up. See, he makes me pick him up, right?
It is late, son. I am not having that.
Yeah. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
Okay. Go to bed.
Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
quiet.
I wish Chris Chibnall was. I wish Chris was. Yeah. I was going to say something there, but I better not. He's a dickhead. He's a dickhead. Everybody say he's a dickhead. Chris Chibnall's a dickhead. He's a dickhead.
Still go on for a half hour.
Yeah.
So
No. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it, folks. Let's everybody now, just wherever you are in the house, just say it. Just go. He's a dickhead. He's a dickhead. Chris Chibnall is a dickhead. He's a dickhead. He's a dickhead. Come on, it feels good. Feels good. Thanks for all the videos. I'm glad to have a place to hang out with other like-minded Whovians. Brilliant. 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 I love having you here as well. And we got crackers and cheese here as well. Hey, crackers and cheese. Right, I'm going to leave you with the wife for for 5 minutes. I'll have to go downstairs and get her delivery. But Cheryl will keep you entertained there. If you want to ask Cheryl any questions actually about Doctor Who related, of course, ask her what her favorite episode or something is. Or ask her, I'll tell you what, ask her who her favorite Doctor is. She'll be here for half an hour. I'll give you a hint. Apparently he has grey hair and he was called 12-inch. Or was it 9-inch? What was it Billy Piper called him? 9-inch or 12-inch? I don't know what it was, but that was the nickname or something. Yeah, I think she was talking about the size of his manhood, which means she's probably seen it.
Oh my God, stop. Don't you have to go somewhere?
I do. Right, I'll be back now.
Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy.
See, this would be Teddy. This would be why we're not having drunk Noel, because sober Noel is like completely ridiculous and impossible to contain, much like my doggy. Who would I choose as the Doctor and showrunner? Ooh, that's good. I'm gonna have to think on that for a second. So, yeah, Chris, because he's trying to say great, and he's Irish, so pasta salad is lovely, and I'm a fan of the alcohol. The Doctor, I don't know. I'm kind of open. I don't think I'm necessarily set on someone. I would just like to have someone that has a passion for the show and appreciates it, and a showrunner that doesn't hate, 50 plus years of history and love so ingrained that it's a way of life for people. So that's kind of rough. Yeah. Oh, pasta salad. That's a thing. Yeah. I'm going to leave that for you, unknown. So yeah, that's a totally non-committal answer for me on who. Just I think because at this point I'm so emotionally dead about what's happening with Cranky Lady that I can't even bring myself to think about.
You are the wind beneath my wings.
Who would be the next Doctor or anything?
Did I ever tell you that you're my hero? You're everything I wish I could be.
I don't even have words. Here's your hot mess back, y'all. Enjoy. So
I can fly higher than an angle. You are the wind beneath my wings.
Wiley from ER?
What? What did I miss? Did I miss something exciting?
Yeah.
Adam Darren is here. Welcome, Adam. And Master Andrew. Welcome. And Daniel Knighton. I'm saying that wrong, I know I am. Welcome. Nice to see you here. We're finishing in about 25 minutes. Anyway, Right, sorry about that. I actually ran. I used to play a lot of football. Ah, beats means hoys. Yeah, hoys. I remember the hoys of Doctor Who. Yeah. But as I said, don't obviously I've watched the promo trailer that I've done. Well, I haven't announced obviously the panel yet. I will Friday night, but every Sunday, right up until the Christmas, Rabbi has actually calculated it. By the time we get to the Christmas special, we'll be on Catherine Tate's Christmas special. So basically, the Runaway Bride. We'll be on the Runaway Bride for Christmas. So we'll do a live Christmas stream after I come home from eating turkey and ham and stuffing and all that other delicious goodness that you get Christmas Day. And I'll come back here while drunk Cheryl is wrecking me head and giving me pokey little eyes like she's doing right now. Now, I see my phone's blinking, so he's having a conversation. Grant, I was just getting confused there. Right, let me see if there's anything else actually. I want to. Hold on, guys. There's a bit of confusion. Yeah. Right. Yeah, what was I checking? Oh, yeah, I wanted to check, see if there's on. Yeah, latest Doctor Who news. Let's have a look. I bet you everything is dead now. Even the Doctor Who official Twitter account up until last night, their last post was 2 days ago. I think they threw something up now. Right, well, Sci-Fi Wire has an article that dropped 10 hours ago. And we'll have a look at that later because I might do that later on. Doctor Who completes the original series cancelled story. Oh, there's right. Screen Rant put up an article 45 minutes ago. So we'll do this article to finish off the stream because it's obviously the newest and latest article. And I wouldn't say anybody's done a stream on it yet. So we will do it right now.
Theodore.
Yo, do you want me to get Inspector Gadget? I'm not having that.
I guess we're going back to the bedroom.
Well, I don't know what's wrong with him. Just put him in his bed. Listen, we finished in 20 minutes.
You will not.
I will. I'm reading this article out and then we're done. I'm waiting for the bloody thing to load.
Teddy.
See, this is the thing. He starts all this crime business, right? Then you leave the room. Now watch, he won't cry at all. You won't hear him crying at all.
What?
I said, oh, nothing. You come into the end of a conversation.
Were you talking to me?
No, I was talking to the audience.
Well, then I don't care.
Yeah, of course you don't care. The pasta salad thing is a joke. I started around. We're doing this pasta salad business again. Are we back to pasta salad again? I thought I banished pasta salad out of here. Noel, what do you think of Genesis of the Daleks? It's up there as one of the greatest stories ever written. It's brilliant. I have it here on DVD. When I had to build my collection back up, the first 2 DVDs, if I remember correctly, that I ever got back again to get my collection started back up again was Genesis and the Pyramids of Mars. Yeah, we're going to be doing classic stories as well. So Sundays we'll have New Who, and then I'm going to pick a day and see if I can get it. Now, see, here's the thing now, right? It's like, as I said, this is why I haven't announced the panel yet, because it has to be a commitment, right? So Rabbi, I can announce that Rabbi is going to be definitely one of the panelists, because, you know, I did ask people for ideas, and this was an idea that he came up with, and it was something that we spoke about doing about New Who. It's just, his idea was, why not do it the way we've been doing with series 11 and 12? Just review an episode each week, pretend that we're watching Doctor Who, New Who for the first time again, or not even the first, but you know what I mean? Have that experience or relive those experiences again. So that's what we're going to be doing so we're starting off with Rose. So then a week later, then it'll obviously be the end of the world, and so on and so on. And as we get closer to Christmas, and when we get to Christmas Day, we will be on, obviously, Catherine Tate's, I think it's The Runaway Bride, and then we go into, no, am I right? Runaway Bride? No, Rabbi, yeah, no, hold on. What Christmas special are you talking? I don't know. Maybe it's up until I'll have to look. But either way, it's worked out anyway. So that's what we're doing. So this is why I haven't announced the whole panel, and this is why I won't announce any panel for the classic series panel either. Is because it's a commitment. And as I said, you know, and the panel, I have to say, fair play to Blue Bonnet, Jason, and Rabbi. You know, even during those panel times, there was you know, family members sick, and you know, they still managed to come onto the stream. So, you know, I said family trumps everything. So it's a family thing, then that's fine. If it's yourself getting sick, that's fine. But if you commit to this, then you're committing to do the whole panel every time. And that's why, you know, Blue Bonnet, Rabbi, and Jason actually worked on the panel, because they stuck to the 10 weeks. They did the 10 weeks. They did their prison sentence like me. And, you know, fair play to them. They stuck to it. And Rabbi, it looks like Rabbi is willing to do it all over again with New Who, starting off with Raw. So, you know, if I can get two other people, or even if Jason and Rabbi are interested in doing it again, I'm going to talk to them anyway before the weekend. And if they agree, then we'll have our panel for New Who. And deep down, I have to be honest, and if they are listening, I just want to say, hopefully it's the same panel. No disrespect to anybody out there, but I actually love streaming with Blue Bonnet, with Jason and Rabbi. And I like that panel. That's the panel I'm most comfortable with. And I think we bounce each other out well. And I like Jason, because Jason asks us the questions that maybe sometimes I don't ask, or he likes to play devil's advocate, and I love that. So if we can get the same panel together, hopefully we can, well, then we'll be doing that. And then what I'll do is we'll get a new panel then for the classic Who. And that's what we're going to do. And then, as I said, in the meantime, we're going to do other shows as well. Now, I've got loads of your suggestions, right? And we will get through some of them over the next few months or so. But what I'm going to do now is, there's a couple of shows coming up. If I'm correct in saying, Afterlife Series 2 is dropping next month. So what I might do is I might actually review Series 1 on this channel, because I definitely want to do that. If you haven't seen Ricky Gervais Afterlife, even if you're not a fan, you have to watch this show. You really do. It is, this show deals with, look at this. Do you know what? I'm actually going to say this to you, right? This is going to sound weird, and I hope you will get where I'm coming from. If you're upset and brokenhearted about Doctor Who, and feel and can't, you know, you just kind of not giving up, but you're just, you know, you've lost all hope or whatever. you know, whatever state you're in, watch that show. Watch that show. That show will snap you right out of it. If you've lost, it's like losing someone, as I said. This show deals with someone that's lost someone, and there's some fucking epic, funny moments in it. But there's a really shocking scene in one of the episodes, and I was good. I was roaring and crying. I actually wrote to Ricky Gervais after I'd watched it, and he actually I think I ran into Cheryl, I think it was, because it was a huge deal for me. I think he liked me tweet or was something, because I ran in, oh look, Ricky Gervais liked me tweet. I was over the moon because I think he's a modern day Shakespeare anyway. I'd love to meet the guy. I'd ask him for his autograph, have a photograph taken with him. I'd just love to pick his brain. He's absolutely brilliant. So if you haven't watched Afterlife, watch it, and I'll review it on this channel. Now it's not always an easy watch, but I tell you one thing, it's brilliant TV. Ricky is just brilliant. I love Derek as well. He did a show called Derek as well. Obviously, The Office. Everybody knows The Office, and he also did one called Extras as well, which was great. He had the Ricky Gervais podcast show. I'm a huge fan. I've seen almost everything he's done. No, will you allow some of your viewers to join your panel? Yes, some of the viewers do join. Most of the panel started off in the chat. See, this is the thing, right? I do get people say, no, can I come onto your panel? And you see, the thing about it is, right, this is the way I try to justify it, right? If you're in the chat, and I've seen you in the chat, and you're in the chat a while, and you're getting on with everybody, then when they ask to come on, I bring them on. That's how Daniel ended up coming on. That's how Marty ended up coming on. Marty is always in the chat. That's how Gary, who comes on as well, he was in the chat. That's how it works. The people, basically, it's like this. You kind of have to pay your dues in the chat. And then you get a chance to come on because I've seen you interact with other people. And I think that's the fair way of doing it. Now, if you're one of these people, and a lot of people have done this, and it's fair enough, you know, it does happen. Sometimes you might get people that haven't followed you in a while and then come back then, and because they were a caller or a panelist in the past, automatically think then that they can just come in straight away and then like it's back to normal. Well, that's unfair on the people that have been asking me to come onto the panel for ages, and I've refused them because I'm waiting for them to basically see if they're okay to come on. You know what I mean? Everybody has to pay their dues as such, you know? And as I said, Daniel was one of the very first callers, but Daniel's been following me since 56 subscribers, for God's sake. You know, he's paid his dues. Daniel doesn't even, if I have a panel, I know I don't even have to ask the Daniel anymore. Anyway, Daniel will automatically come on. But if I need a panelist to come on, like I could have brought Daniel on tonight, no problem. You know what I mean? Daniel always will have a spot on this panel or the phone-ins before anybody else, because he's been here from the start. So this is what I'm saying. People build up their trust. You have to build up trust, because you could be, you know, you might be nice on the chat, but then you could be nice on the chat for months just to make it look like that you're a nice person. And then you come on then, and then you start ranting and raving on the phone line if I bring you on and start trying to, you know, belittle the channel or belittle people on the channel. That's why you have to build up a trust. So if you do, because if you, as I said, just keep, you're in the chat now anyway. You've been in the chat a while now. So, I mean, I don't think anybody's had any problems with you in the chat either. So just keep going, as I said. And then when we're doing new panels and I'm looking for guests, I will actually, you know, I put it last week. We put the actual link for the first time into the live chat, and then people joined. I might do that one once a month, just so we can get different panelists in. But I do try mix it up. What do you mean 9? 9 now? According to me, it's 10 minutes. Sorry. It's 2:50:34. So 9.5 minutes. So sorry, Cheryl. Don't be trying to take away seconds. I tell you, it's funny. It's funny. But yeah, look, everybody will get an opportunity if you want it. I mean, in the early days, it was like I was begging people to come on. But I'm glad that it's changed to the point where I'm actually having to say to people, well, listen, give it a while because I have other people that I've promised to bring on. And as I said as well, like, I know people do go away for sometimes, and then they come back. But I mean, at the end of the day, you've got to build it back up again. I'm sorry, it's not fair on the other people that have stuck with me and I've been watching the streams every night, and then I'll bring someone on that's gone missing for a couple of months or is on other people's streams. That's not fair. I don't see. I'm a stickler for that as well. I don't like other people, if they ask me to come on this stream, to come on and then they leave my stream to go on to someone else's stream. That pisses me off as well. You know what I mean? I don't like that. That's dirty. I don't like that. That's not how you do things. If you ask to come on someone's stream, well, then you stay on that person's stream, until they say good luck, or you have to go. But you don't just go to someone else's stream. That annoys me. And a couple of people have done that to me over the years on this channel, and I don't like it. So with me, it's all about trust and earning that trust. And some people say I'm paranoid. I'm not paranoid. It's not got to do with being paranoid. You have to be careful these days. Right, but let's have a look at this stupid article that's been loading for about 15 years. It's finally loaded. So let's get it up on the screen. Right, Doctor Who completes the original series cancelled story. Right, let's see. Doctor Who season finale, The Timeless Children, completed an abandoned classic storyline and made the famous Carmel master plan canon. The finale of Doctor Who Series 12. Do I even want to read this fucking thing? Oh. Right. The finale of Doctor Who Season 12 completed a storyline that was meant to be introduced during the Seventh Doctor's era at the tail end of the classic series. The so-called Carmel master plan was intended to be established the Doctor as a legendary figure with ties to the foundation of the Time Lords, and the Timeless Children accomplished that. No, it didn't. What's your name? Let me see. Matt Morrison. I'm going to check him up, see if he's on Twitter. Hold on. Because this is what I do now, right? So, Matt Morrison. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Where is it? Mark Morrison. Let's see who you are, Mark Morrison. Matthew Morrison. There you are. That has to be you because you got a tick on your name. Let's see. Do you work for the BBC? Okay. Right, let's see. Well, hold on. Right. Let's just keep going. For complaints. Right. So this is what he says. So for all the complaints many fans made that Chris Chibnall was trying to change too much of the show's mythology, most of what he has done falls perfectly in line. See, there's that famous line. It fits perfectly or it falls perfectly in line. And by the way, to make matters worse, it falls in line perfectly with a rejected idea. A rejected idea. A rejected idea. I wonder why it was rejected back in those days. Maybe because people thought the show is called Doctor Who, not Doctor. Anybody can be the Doctor. Right? Fucking idiots. Fuck you, Matt. Fuck you and this article. And fuck you and Screen Rant, you bunch of fucking tossers. I don't care about his master plan. Don't give a shit. Don't try and justify this bollocks, right? And look, you had to even bring Star Wars in on it because you are a bunch of twats. You haven't got a clue. You're not even probably a Doctor Who fan. Go and kiss me arse. Nobody's reading your stupid fucking article. Right? There. Get that fucking stupid thing off my screen. Fucking asshole. Oh, it fits perfectly into color. No, it doesn't. And you can keep writing these articles, right? And BBC, you can keep paying Screen Rant, Digital Spy, and getting your time ladies on, right? They say they don't work for you, but you use them anyway, just like they use this fandom for money, right? So it's a give and take. He's both take, and you don't fucking give, right? But anyway, right? You get these fucking fake ass fucking so-called journalists to write these fucking articles. How much are you paying them all, you bunch of twats? Nobody's buying it. Open your fucking ears. The fans have rejected this piece of shit. Rejected it. They don't want it. The fans told Chris Chibnall to fuck off. I'll be back now. My screen is going to refresh because it's frozen again, as usual. I'm back. Guess who's back? No, it won't be ranting for another 10 minutes, but I'm just saying, right? They're idiots. And please do smash that like button. And if you haven't already, no, I'll be ranting for like another 10 minutes. Well, I won't, but like just hit that like button. Do me a favor. Share the streams as well, as I always say. And please make sure that you're still subscribed because YouTube are being knobheads and they keep taking some of my subscribers away. Right? They're assholes. They don't want me to get anywhere, so they want to take me subscribers away as well, just like they do with every other YouTuber. Scumbags. Scumbags. Right? And the BBC, you better listen to the fans. Because if you don't listen to the fans, you're screwed. You're screwed. Doctor Who's not going to survive past Series 13. Right? Screwed. Do you know, I can't wait for the day that Chris Chibnall is gone. But keep the pressure on, because I think we can get rid of him sooner. I really do. I'm going to England. If I have to go to London and then go to Wales, I'm going to London, Wales. I'm going to turn up at one of those cons. I have to. I'm going to wait, see if they turn up, if they have the balls to show up anywhere. If they do, I don't care how much it costs. I'm getting over there. I have to be there. You only get one opportunity, as Eminem says, right? This is an opportunity I'm going to take. Please turn up at something. Please. I beg you. Actually, any twat from the BBC that's listening, because I know you do be listening, could you do me a favour? Tell your twatty boss to kick twatty Chibnall and Whittaker out on the circuit there, so we can all have our say. Because, you know, Chris Chibnall might say it's not a democracy, but who the hell the fuck does he think he is? This is our show, not his show, our show. So, sorry, you're wrong. It is a democracy. Yes? And you will listen to the fans, you big fucking stupid clown. Dickhead. And don't worry, there'll be plenty of other Chris Chibnall videos coming to put a smile on our faces, because I'm not finished with that knob. He's not going to take away something. No, seriously, some of you don't actually really get it. How I'm feeling right now. He's just taking away everything from me. This show saved me life. It did. I'm not being melodramatic or anything. I'm alive because of Doctor Who. Right? And he's taken that away from me now. Now, obviously, I have my wife. I have Ted. I've got a great life. But Doctor Who was a big part of that. And now it's not going to be a part. It's not. Look, it still doesn't matter. I have 63 to 17. Right? But still, there's going to be no more new Who for me. And that makes me sad. It makes me sad. Because I will have to say goodbye to new Who. And you know what? We've been lucky. I have to say, we have new Who wise, we've been lucky. We've been probably spoiled. And this is probably the first time that it's really gone tits up. You know, it's been bumpy along the way, but, you know, we have been spoiled rotten. But still, this era can't go on forever. And Chris Chibnall's not always going to be in this job. The thing is, for me, is going to be whether whoever takes over for Chris Chibnall, are BBC going to tell them that they can't undo what he did? Or will BBC after he's gone and analyse and assess what he's done, come to the conclusion which we fans have been actually bleeding saying now, especially this last couple of weeks, a soft reboot is the only way to save this now. I don't know what to do anymore without Doctor Who. Because even with Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, I know I kicked and screamed, but I still watched it. You know? I still watched it. You know, I've wasted 2 years of my life on this. That's what pisses me off even more. I've wasted 2 years. 2 hours, do you hear me? 2 years of my life. 3, actually, since she's been cast. 3 years of my life on this shit. That's what annoys me even more. Because I was still invested. Probably not. I was emotionally invested as well, because obviously I was ranting and raving. I'm still emotional. This is what kills me. I wish I could just turn off my emotions when it comes to Doctor Who. Just switch off the last 2 years. 2 years, 22 episodes. Well, Cheryl, she was cast 3 years ago. So if you think about it, it's been 3 years and we've only gotten 22 episodes. Oh, and it'll be 3 years and 8 months, because then we'll have the Christmas special. 7 months, sorry. So it'll be nearly 4 years and he's produced 23 episodes. Yeah. And apparently then the next year, we're going to be waiting 18 months for the next series. So not only has Chris Chibnall destroyed canon, but the fact that BBC resisted the fact that he said that he could only produce a show, he couldn't produce a show every year. BBC were saying, well, the others could do it and you're going to do it. But then he ran off like a little bitch, held BBC by the balls, came back, and now he's actually getting everything that he wants. So yeah, you want to do serious every 18 months? Fair enough, Chibies. You can have that. We're gonna lick your arse now. No problem. No problem, Chibies. Go ahead, do what you want. We're not gonna stand in your way, Chibies. Don't worry. So now I'm kind of thinking, does BBC secretly want him to fuck this up so they can actually soft reboot the thing? And you know what? I've been thinking about that lately, because there's no way BBC are this stupid. They can't be this stupid to the fan backlash. They really can't. They really can't. If they're that oblivious, I really feel sorry for them when they really do cop on. Because when they do cop on, it'll be when the Christmas special comes around and nobody is watching, except the 1 million probably J-bots. And they probably won't even stay around during the episode. That's the thing. I just don't know. And then again, as I said earlier on, they're putting out all these little polls asking fans, but they're not asking fans. They're asking the Twitter crowd, and they're posting all these polls secretly, right? And putting them up in little articles, but so we don't see them. You know? You know what they're doing? Right? We got that survey 2 weeks after the fact, 2 weeks after it was already out, and there was a week left to the time before they were stopping taking applications, right? So all the Jody shills would have gone in there. So the Jody shills are the ones that are listening to, because they got their hands on this fucking survey before anybody else did. This is the problem. They're pandering to the Twitter crowd, right? And they're all in cahoots with one another. Because you'll notice it's always the same people that defend it. Every Twitter handle that supported this era, I've gotten rid of me Twitter. But it was interesting watching. Not bar Orphan 55. Every other episode was brilliant. It was the best thing on TV. Right? If you were to read some of the reviews, Jodie Whittaker was the greatest thing since sliced bread, and she deserved every award under the sun. Chris Chibnall was getting accolades, right? But at the same time, then you were having the same fans saying, oh, this is a bit like Utopia, but I like it. Then you had fans on their side, he's cherry picking all the best bits and he's ripping it. And that's exactly what he was doing. But see, these dumb idiots don't care. See, they even know they're getting recycled crap, right? But they don't care because Chris Chibnall is happily ticking the boxes for them. So as long as he's ticking the boxes for them, you know, that, as I said, they're not watching it. But once they know he's ticked the box, they'll come out and defend it. And that's what they do. Every Monday after the episode, right, they kind of don't argue with you straight after the episode anymore. They always wait until the next day, right? And they always wait until the overnights come out. And then they're all out in force, all together, right? The same YouTubers, you know who I'm talking about, the same shill YouTubers that defend this. And then you have the same Twitter accounts, the same Facebook accounts, same thing. All of them, every week, the same sort of rhetoric, right? And they're all speaking from the same, they're all speaking from the same hymn sheet. They're singing from the same hymn sheet, I should say. Even them. Because, you notice they get little gifts and all this, and they get little exclusives, and they get to see little special screenings and all. You hear them chuffed about how they got a special screen. See, this is how BBC reward them. You know, you say something positive about a show. Don't worry, we'll look after you. We look after you. Then I even had one. I bring this person up. I won't mention her name, but you know who I'm talking about. She's one of those ladies that I don't like out there because she's a vile, toxic piece of shit. But anyway, even she, like, does these mouthpiece articles for the BBC. And you know, you hear what she said. She didn't even watch the episode live when it happened. It was a couple of days after. But yeah, Digital Spy or whoever it was decided she was the expert to talk about canon, to talk about the brain of Morbius. Oh my God. And we all know that they weren't other doctors. right? But she's trying to convince everybody that they are. You're not an expert, love. You joined the fandom in 2000 and something, right? You haven't got a clue. Shut your mouth. And yes, I will tell you to shut your mouth, right? Because I'll tell you why. I'm sick of your anti-men rhetoric. Yeah? Right? You're the type of woman that would make men hate women. Always moaning about something as well, right? It's not always Doctor Who, their personal life as well. Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to hear you ranting about blah, 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 about how society has done you wrong and blah, 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 how it's a struggle being a woman. Well, I can tell you fucking something. It's no picnic being a man either. Especially if they were fucking going out with you. It'd be a fucking job and a half. Fucking idiots. And I'm sorry, I am angry on this stream, and you can hear that I'm actually being very, very harsh. I don't care anymore. I don't care. These people are facilitating what Chris Chibnall's doing. These people are defending what Chris Chibnall is doing, and every single one of the little tosspots know that this is wrong, but they will defend it because there's perks in defending this fucking shit. Isn't there, time ladies? Isn't there, sisterhood of Karn? Yes, there is perks, isn't there? Isn't there? You talk nice about this series, there's perks, isn't there? Maybe I should start, you know what, maybe I should review, the revolution of the Daleks, right? And sing its praises, right? And say it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Maybe I should do the same for Series 13 as well. Get all these free perks and start working my way up the fandom. What do you think? No, because I'd never sell out. Never sell out, because I have my principles and my beliefs, right? The Doctor is a man, shouldn't be a woman, and all of this bullshit you're doing with Doctor Who is a joke. Yeah. Well, I tell you one thing. These people said some people out there saying we need to pick a side and we better be on the right side of history. Yeah, I agree. You should pick a side and make sure you're on the right side of history. But it's not us that need to pick a side. Cheers. Because, trust me, if you don't side with us on this one, that what Chris Chibnall did, I don't care whether you like us or not, because we don't like Jodie Whittaker. This stage, that is irrelevant, right? But if you support what Chibnall has done to canon, well then, yeah, you better switch sides. Because if you don't, you will be remembered in the fandom and you will be called out every time, like yous have done to us for the last 3 years. The fans are out there are broken-hearted, angry, and stuff. Trust me, they won't let yous get away with this like yous haven't let us get away with what we've been saying for 3 years. Tide is turning. Yous are the guys that need to choose a side. And you know what? The side that you need to choose is the side that rejects what Chris Chibnall has done. And there's even YouTubers out there that I actually like. And it actually breaks my heart because they're nice people, but they support what Chris Chibnall has done. And I can no longer in my conscience subscribe to anybody that actually supports this. It's the same with me Twitter account. I've told people politely, if you support what Chris Chibnall has done, please do me the courtesy of unfollowing me, because I don't want to get into an argument with anybody. I don't want to be getting into a fight with people that I know. The enemy is Chris Chibnall and all his shills, and they're the ones that I'll be concentrating on. As for the fans that support this, I don't really care about it. It's the shills, the Twitter shills. You know who they are. You see them, they're the same names all the time. I even got threatened by one of them. I'm just giving you a warning there. You better leave the cast and crew alone of Doctor Who and stop picking on Jodie Whittaker. She's beautiful and wonderful. She's the greatest person in the world. Look how the sun strikes off her eyes. She's beautiful. I was like, listen, you clown, right? I don't like this serious. And if I want to actually call Jodie Whittaker out on her acting, I will. If I want to call Chris Chibnall out on his writing, I will. If I want to call BBC out for screwing around with 57 years of fucking Doctor Who canon, I will. These fuckers don't know what's coming. They really don't. See, people think I'm mad. People think, oh, no, I love Noel's rants, right? But here's the thing. I've actually calmed down in the last year. This is nothing. You watch the way I used to take people apart in this fandom, right? I stopped because I was going too far. But this is why some accounts won't even mention my name or won't even go near me. That's why when someone was slagging off Ballstrike, as soon as I go onto the thread and they see the Tardis on, I'm not messing. This is not big head. You could see it for yourselves. They won't acknowledge me. Even when they do polls around and I go in and I contribute properly, you know, and they'll ask me an opinion on they'll ask everybody an opinion, and I give just a decent opinion. I don't get any militant or anything. They ignore me. They ignore me. Some people are even afraid to even say anything to me on Twitter. And good, because I don't buy your bullshit, right? I don't swallow that crap like yous do, right? End of. All I want is like what most fans on this channel want, that subscribe to me. The same with Gary's channel, Doomcock, all those other YouTubers that have all the support. The reason why those guys are supported is because there's an outcry. But if you read all their comments, one of the big major things that everybody talks about is they just want decent stories, right? They want their franchises to be written the way they should be written, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. But to these people, there is. Oh no, we can't have that. You know, you can't. Yeah. We have to have a certain amount of minorities now in a show, and and make a few of them LGBTQ. Even if you have to throw them in for 20 seconds, it's grand. We're box ticking. That's all we need to do now. Box tick. Oh, by the way, what's the latest issue out there that people are worried about? Oh, climate change. Yeah, let's do a bit of climate change. Oh, yeah, let's tell people that plastic is bad as well, yeah? Let's tell people that plastic is bad, right? We have to tell them, even though our merchandise, 97% of our merchandise is made of plastic, we have to tell them plastic is bad. And while we're at it as well, we will tell them that single mothers are cunts, and we'll tell them that single fathers are a bunch of losers. Yeah. And don't forget as well, we must disrespect cancer people too, right? When we'll get the companion to say that they're worried about their cancer, but we'll just get the doctor to ignore and say that she's socially awkward. It's fine. It's what people want. You know what I mean? They don't come to be entertained. We're here to preach to them. You know, they don't know what's best for them. I know what's best for them. You know, so let's do it my way. We'll get loads of people watching. Oh, fuck. We've lost the whole audience. Do you see how stupid it all sounds, though, without even the stupid voice? But that's exactly what it is, man. Seriously, box ticket. Do you remember that poor character? 20 seconds. I can't even remember his name. I think he even has his own justice for whatever his name is. That poor gay character that they had in for 20 seconds. He just basically told us that his boyfriend. He just basically put him on to say that he had a boyfriend and killed him off. Right? It's the same with the way they handled. And look, I'm not belittling the cancer storyline here because I've had family members that have been touched from it and also died from cancer. But the reason why I put the jokey voice there is to tell you, this is the way they're thinking. They don't give a shit, right? To them, it's all a joke, right? I mean, look at their reaction. Even Matt Stevens, you seen it there, right? Some people, they're moaning about, they wanted the doctor, but we just wanted to show that the doctor is not human. Oh my fucking God. So hold on, right? So the show's been going around, the show's been on, has been around for 57 years, and you just wanted to show that the doctor wasn't human. It was established in the first episode, you fucking idiot, that the doctor was an alien from a different planet. So you didn't have to show us that the doctor wasn't human. That is a lame-ass excuse for not dealing with this issue with the sensitivity that deserved, Mr. Stevens, or whatever your fucking second name is. Yeah? Actually, I take the R out, would you? Do us all a fucking favour. Second of all, you little idiot. Yeah? You are clearly out of touch with your fandom because you have misjudged this situation 100%. And so has your employers. Now, if you think fans are happy with the way that you have handled this situation and the way Chris Chibnall and the BBC statement has handled it, well, you're mistaken. The BBC, as you know, because you work for them, you idiot, is being inundated with emails and will continue to do so. And we will encourage the fans to write a handwritten letter as well and tell them that you need a reply because it does add extra resources to the BBC and the BBC hates spending money. I tell you, they haven't a clue. They haven't a clue what's coming, BBC. And you know what? It's going to be beautiful to see it when it unfolds, when they finally crack, when they finally realise that they have lost complete control. That'll be the funniest part for me because we panic stations. And by the way, don't be surprised. As I said this a few weeks back, good few weeks back, and I'll say it again. Don't be surprised if Series 13 ends up being a Memberberries series. So if you're wondering what that means, it means don't be surprised if we see old faces pop in out of everywhere. You'll probably have one in every fucking episode. Because this will be BBC's response, right? Because they're in panic mode, right? Instead of actually listening to the fans, which is get rid of Chris Chibnall and his whole team, and you have a chance, yeah? And soft reboot this show. You want to save it? That's my advice. And I think most of the people in the live chat that are listening to me right now would agree 100% with that. You want to save this show now called Doctor Who, you need to sack Chris Chibnall. You need to get rid of his writing team. You need to start from scratch. That's what you need to do. And if you need to softly rebuild it, softly rebuild it. If you need to ignore this era, ignore this era. I don't care, right? But you need to go back. Doctor Who needs to go back what made the show great. If you want to know what made the show great, go back and watch Classic Who. If you want to know what made it great in New Who's era, go and watch Russell T Davies' era. That is probably the golden age that we had of New Who. Go and watch his era, right? That's how you do Doctor Who. That's how you put a smile on fans' faces. That's how you scare the shit out of them. And that's how you get them interested. And, by the way, RTD was always very clever with his story arcs. And there was always hidden little messages within his series. That's how you do it. Not what Chris Chibnall's done. He shoehorns messages in, shoehorns cameos in, rips off and cherry picks the best bits of Moffat's and RTD's era and basically repackages it, puts it out as his own, and all these so-called Whovians have bought into it. Well, there's not many of them left because the ratings are proving that, but of course, TV habits have changed. You know, I just love taking the piss out of them when they do that. Apparently, as well, John Barrowman has an announcement coming up this week. Whether it's got to do with Torchwood or not, don't know. We'll see what happens there. But he did have a bit of an altercation. Now it turned out that the guy that Barrowman was originally calling out, it wasn't him. Someone had gotten into his post or something. So this fan got a photograph taken with John Barrowman, for anybody that doesn't know. And someone then took that photograph and actually wrote something over it that John Barrowman didn't like. Something about don't have a photograph taken with this cunt or something like that. They did the same with Piers Morgan. So John Barrowman being John Barrowman, because he rocks, fucking basically called this person out. But he thought he was calling out the person that he'd actually got the photograph taken with. But it turns out it wasn't him at all. He was actually over the moon that he got this. He didn't know that there was this whole palaver going on. And then he found out apparently he was devastated. But then John Barrowman found out the truth and it was all sorted. But Jesus Christ, man. John Barrowman, fair fucking play to him. You know, no matter what you personally think of him or anything like that. But that man, fair play. He called someone out, rightly so. And he called that other person out then that actually did it originally. But you don't mess with John Barrowman. So don't mess this story up, says Cheryl, because I do mess stories up, but I think I got it right there. Nicholas Horton with a £2 super chat says, let's see, we'll put it up on the screen there. He says, the RTD era was the best of New Who. I agree. That was the golden age of New Who. And if BBC want to know how to do it, go back and look at RTD's era. Now, I'm not asking you to go back and bring back RTD. I don't want them anywhere near this show, actually. To be quite honest with you, he's gone full woke. And he'd probably go worse. The doctor probably end up as gender fluid or something under him. And no way is that happening. Nope. The doctor is male and that's it. Forget about this gender bollocks, right? Doctor Who is a man. That's the way it was presented on screen all those years ago in 1963, right? That's the way it stays. End of, right? It's been a man ever since and should stay that way. But RTD's era is where he's getting his inspiration. And if you want to get some of the old writers and make them showrunners, that's what I would do. Right? I know some people say, oh, we should bring in someone that isn't a fan of Doctor Who. That's fine. If you want to bring in one writer, one fella that could showrun that doesn't necessarily write for Doctor Who, but I would like someone in there with them that has experience of writing Doctor Who, because they could help hone and refine these new showrunner scripts and his writing team's scripts as well. And I think that's what's lacking with Chibnall's era. There's nobody there to be basically telling them, no, you can't do that. And if there was, they've sold out now, because they've all come out now and defended it. So they're all selling out. And even a couple of the old doctors apparently as well are coming out defending this. And don't be surprised either if there's an appearance of David Tennant's doctor in this current era, by the way. You'll probably get Davros as well. And we definitely know the Master will return. So it'll be like what Friends did when they knew the show was on its last legs. They brought in all the celebrity stars. For every episode, they had a celebrity star. That's what he'll do. That's what he'll do, because that's the only way that BBC will react to this. Whereas if they'd listen to us right now, we could save you all the trouble of doing that and trying to bring these poor people back to try save an ailing audience. What you do is you sack those two, you've already won half of the audience back. You get the writing spot on, you get the right showrunners in place, you get the right doctor and the right bit of eye candy, i.e. companion, that's badass as well and that could kick ass, then you're on to a winner. And also go with a younger kind of male doctor to bring in the fangirls, because, you know, there was fangirls at Tennant and Smith. So, you know, why not go to say, look, I don't necessarily, I'd prefer an older doctor, but Matt Smith for me, he blew me away. He won me over after the 11th hour. that speech won me over. And I know he's not a fan. Not many people are a fan that follow me. But for me, he was a great doctor. I love Matt Smith's doctor, actually. If Peter Capaldi wasn't the doctor after him, Matt Smith would be my top New Who doctor. But the fact that Peter Capaldi's there, he'll always get the spot because he's just a superior actor. But Matt Smith just hit the ground running. And that's what we needed. We needed to hit the ground running. And he did. But look at sex sells. So the doctor has to be good looking for the girls, you know. And a bit geeky as well. And the girl, you know, we've been lucky with the companions in New Who. But again, you kind of go for the same kind of companion, the confident, good-looking woman, but, you know, can hold her own. You know, it's not all about the looks. We don't want, you know, all these radical feminists coming out and saying, oh, you're just born a companion because she's nice-looking. No, but it does help to have a bit of eye candy. You know, as they say, sex sells. I mean, you know, there's not many ugly singers out there, is there? Let's be honest. Unless they're obviously old age, then we all get ugly when we get old. Well, maybe I'll probably be handsome. You never know. Maybe a silver fox. But that's what I mean. You don't see many ugly singers out there, and that's just the reality. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. When boy bands get picked, they don't pick an ugly-looking fella in a boy band. They're all pretty faces, right? Same with girl bands. They go with girl bands with certain body shapes and certain looks. You know what I mean? Sex sells. So it's the same with TV. No different. You've got to pick the right actor, the right actress. Bang. They did it right in Classic Who, and they did it right in New Who up until Jodie Whittaker, and that's where it went all haywire. She only needed 2 companions anyway. She didn't need 3. And for me, I would have dropped Yaz, and I would have kept Ryan and Graham, because I think there would have been an interesting dynamic there. Dear Noel, perhaps you have forgotten to look at the lovely clock in the sitting room or on the bottom right hand of your computer screen. Oh, have I? Oh, I have. Okay, well, I suppose I have run over and you have been very patient. So I suppose I better say goodnight to the audience. Do me a favor, though, before you do all go and leg it off, do what you have to do. Don't forget to smash the like button. Of course, if you didn't like what I had to say, you can smash that dislike button as well. I suppose the J-bots will anyway. They never like that. And I say, even when I put up a Doctor Who video that isn't negative, it always gets dislikes because they just don't like me. But you know, as I said, I live in their heads rent free. I give their lives meaning because they're pathetic. So you know that makes me happy. So guys, listen, Thursdays tomorrow. Am I doing that tomorrow? I don't know. Start stream. I don't know if there's that planned with anybody tomorrow. I don't think there is. If not, I'll be back on Friday. If any news articles actually pop up tomorrow, I'll throw them up. And watch out for the next couple of weeks anyway. I'll have a couple of funny Chibi videos going up. Chibi the Clown wasn't the first video. There'll be a couple of more funny videos. I'm gonna scour the internet now for little one-hit wonders, funny songs, and I'm gonna start doing a few more for you, because it seems to put a smile on everybody's face. Also, as I said, very important community post. I want you to let me know what Doctor Who means to you, and if you have any story, emotional story, or any story connected Doctor Who that's emotional or whatever, or just let me know what Doctor Who means to you. Basically, is what I'm saying. Now, listen, the fact that it's for a video, right? Now, if you don't want your name included, I won't include your name. But I mean, you're not saying anything negative. You're only letting people know what Doctor Who means to you. The reason why I want to do the videos is because I put the videos up on Twitter and I put them up on YouTube, and BBC is aware of this channel, and they have had a few videos taken down belong to me, which I have shown because I was called out. People were saying a certain person out there was accusing me of faking this stuff, but I actually proved to everybody because it's in black and white. I proved it. So BBC are aware. So I really want you to send me those comments. It's in the community post on YouTube. There's a community section. Go in there. Let me know what Doctor Who means to you. If you're writing a couple of paragraphs, make sure you leave a space so when I screenshot it, I can screenshot each individual paragraph and put it in video form. Do that for me. I will leave that. I won't touch that till Monday. So I will check that on Monday and see where we are comments wise. So don't forget to do that for me. Right, guys, to all my moderators, thank you very much. Chris, the wife, Daniel was here earlier, and Pasta Salad. If I've forgotten about any Pasta Salad, if I've forgotten any other me moderators, I do apologize. I want to thank Nicholas Horton and everybody else that has given me a super chat tonight. We really do appreciate your support on this channel. And I think that's everything. So I'll see you back here on Friday, and we'll see what's happening over the weekend. There's supposed to be a stream scheduled for Saturday, but I'm not going to say who it's with because it's not on this channel. But just in case plans have changed again, I will let you know Friday if that's still going ahead. So listen, good night. Have a great week. Well, we're midweek now, so enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll talk to you on Friday. And I will be throwing up videos as I always do during the night and stuff, so don't be worrying. There'll be content going up, but I'll talk to you soon. Good night.